He's a sexy bitch.
Speaking of eating people,
that Scorponaut better give me a fucking hand job. I'll pay $400 for him.
SCU. You are now listening to Shattercast Uncut. Prepare to be shattered with your hosts, Matt Baldwin, Skullface, Greg for Mercy, Oscar NJ Boy, T2RX6, Mega 81. Welcome to Shattercast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shattered Cast Uncut, episode 28. That's right, 28 episodes in. We have our degree. We're still working at McDonald's, and we're praying to God the 16-year-old we fucked the other night doesn't turn us in. I'm your host, as always, Oscar Alonso. And joining me, and oh my God, for the first time in a couple of weeks now, the entire Sinister Six is coming, chugging right along. And of course, introducing first the man who decided to interrupt my introduction. He's everyone's favorite bass voice, woman stealing, and I've seen his bare ass crawl out of my mother's windows more times than I care to remember, Mr. Mega 81 Antoine Lewis.
What's going on, people? What's going on? 28 years old. What's going on?
All right. We're 28.
Actually, I'm 33 years old now.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Old ass motherfucker. Wrote my intro. And then coming up next, as always, he is a founding member of this podcast. He's everyone's favorite internet troll and my favorite cuddle buddy virtually through the internet. He's the one, the only Mr. Greg for Mercy.
yeah. I had something and I lost it. I was going to say something. Never mind. Fuck you. Hi. Bye.
Good grief.
Sorry.
It's going to be a powerful episode tonight.
Because he's playing with a toy.
Yep.
No, I had something to fucking... Actually, I had something to fucking say, and I thought it would be a little too harsh and a little too rude, so I didn't say it. So, yeah.
Never stopped you before.
I know. I'm using my fucking filter for once.
I know.
I'm so proud.
Gay?
I'm growing up.
What a fucking sellout. And, of course, talking about the founding members, here is, of course, the other founding member of this amazing podcast that you were listening to. As always, this is the #1 Transformer podcast. Like it or not, we're just better than everyone else. And this guy is a guy who, at one point in your life, will hold your life in his hands because he has fallen in love with the Monkey Man, the one, the only Mr. Skullface.
Monkey Man. I also had bison cooked rare this evening because I'm in, whenever we have a big show with a lot of big news, I like to have that bloodthirst kind of going.
Nice. All right, that is gross.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. Oh, look who's not into the rare cooked meat.
I'm just personally disappointed that I didn't even get an invite. That's all,
And, of course, he's our most reputable reviewer here on this podcast. And, unfortunately, his credibility takes a dive after every episode. But I don't think he cares because he has meth to turn to from here on out. He is Mr. Fixin' on TFW, the one, the only Mr. T2RX6, Justin.
What is going on, everybody?
All right. And, of course, he is everyone's favorite Hasbro fanboy. He is the guy that will hold you in his arms as you're taking your last dying breath. And they say, will you do me one favor? He'll lean in and say, Hail Hasbro. He is everyone's favorite creamy legend, the one, the only Mr. Deluxe, Matthew Baldwin.
Hey, guess who's watched Age of Extinction 4 times? This guy.
Guess who wasted $5 per time? God.
Shout out to Scott Evans.
No, I don't think so. So, let me talk about podcast. Anybody get it?
Shout out. Go ahead.
Anybody get anything this week?
Nope.
New pair of mittens.
I did too. I got some mittens too. I'm trying to think. Did I say I got Dark Cybertron trades last week? Because I got those. That's about it for me. Slow week.
Yeah. I didn't get anything either. Slow.
I'm surprised I get nothing this week.
I got paid, and I didn't lose any of that money to Hasbro Toys. That's a win in itself.
Oh,
You and most of the percentages of the buying market, apparently.
Good stuff. Greg, you get anything this week?
I got a Crank. And then I got some toys. I got I got Crank the toy, actually, ironically enough. Little biker meth joke in there for anyone who got it. Bobby is the only one that apparently got that.
If everyone's quiet and you listen carefully, you could hear Justin fiend for a little bit more of that pipe.
You know it.
What you didn't hear was Matt said, I got it for sale.
Right.
But yeah, that was the only thing I got this week, I think. It was a slow week for me.
Well, I got repro label sets for my Mania King and Drift, and Mania King's done. And gonna drop bombshell here. Totally just paid for, and I'm waiting to shipping notice for KFC Tempest because I'm a masochist.
Wow.
Oh, you bought him?
You know,
I did. I bought him. Yeah, I don't care. I said I bought him.
if
I don't give a fuck.
You gonna cuss somebody?
If he's as good as Citizen Stack, I don't know. Probably not a horrible purchase.
If he's a bad purchase, I am going to switch out the nightsticks and just send a Hasbro one back. And be like, oh man, this guy's bupkis.
Yeah, I should do that.
When will you be getting it?
Huh?
When will you be getting it?
Hopefully by the end of next week, if not Monday.
Okay.
Oh,
Where'd you get them from?
TF Source.
I forgot something else I got this week. I got the return shipping label to send back my defective Streetwise. So, exciting.
All right, that's sexy. Right there. Poor Justin's been Bolt Matrix on the Streetwise.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
TFC is TFC.
Man.
Listening. It's not the time to be making mistakes.
No.
My Streetwise came out good, thank God. And I'm waiting my repro label set for him. $10, best investment ever. And it's not a questionable investment. And speaking of questionable investments, the TFcon attendee figure Pestilence. Who here ever wanted to own the purple Voltron line? Anybody?
Oh my God!
Anybody want to own? I'm sorry. If you ever wonder what the Joker would look like as a fucking cassette tape, your question is now answered.
Yeah, you know.
Just let it go.
Yeah, let this tape thing go. Fuck.
When
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, when I saw this in the show notes, I couldn't quite remember what it was. It's like, oh, I'm a big fan of the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. And then I opened this up, and I'm like, oh yeah, this thing. I forgot. Was completely disappointed.
That actually might be one of like the proper Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
It probably is. Yeah.
This like the thing that what it reminds me of, like, because at first everybody was like, okay, the tapes are really affordable. The quality will probably get better. Let's go with these guys. So let's roll with them. But now what it feels like is like an artist that had like a hit record that everybody loved, and then it just a career full of embarrassment after that. And then like every time that they release something now, it's shit, and you're just like, oh, like every breath you take is like another shit stain on your legacy.
It's funny. It's like you basically simultaneously describe the careers of Nicki Minaj and the upcoming career of Iggy Azalea.
Oh my God! I can't wait for that to happen. A buddy of mine.
I'm from the high scale family of Miami. I've had it so rough. I'm going to be a rapper.
She's from Australia.
Yeah, but her family moved to Miami.
Oh, I got a buddy on Instagram who's like he's insane, but he's like one of those guys that he might be brilliant. You know what I mean? Like that level of crazy. And he posted on Instagram recently, and he was like, Azalea is the theme music for white girls that are scared to tell their dad they're dating a black guy.
No offense, Antoine.
Okay.
And Antoine's been there. That's
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would hit it, but I would not brag about it.
Oh, I mean, hey, it beats the chick you fucked at Sears. You know what I mean? Like if I were to hit it, I would let the world know. I'd be like, no, it was great. I turned the record off right during the middle of it. But at the same time, I don't think it's anything to be ashamed of if you hit that. But.
I just want to state this. This is what Iggy Azalea and the TFcon exclusive Pestilence have in common. I would probably have both. I would probably fuck Iggy Azalea, but I would also be reviewing the Pestilence figure while playing Weird Al Yankovic's Tacky in the background.
Wow.
Because that makes sense. That's right.
Yep.
God, fuck KFC.
Yeah, but back to this tape. I don't know, man. It's like, do you think they just have a warehouse full of these, and they're just like, oh,
yeah, because nobody bought the shit.
Oh, get the purple paint, Billy.
Let's make
Billy,
it.
get
What I
the
say?
no,
What I say? That's
No, it's
I gave,
behind the stack. It's behind the stack of sound waves that didn't sell. Get the purple paint.
Then I say I gave a name like Prince's new tape or something, but I don't want to downgrade Prince at all because he's one of the greatest music artists of all time. But I mean, this is just shit.
And it's not over yet. You got like 5 more lines to go from WK.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. It seems like
You
that
know,
would happen.
Jason Watson of WK Toys, shout out to you, buddy. I love you to death, but I hope you might reconsider this exclusive line and maybe offer some nude pics over to the guys at Fans Project, and maybe you'll get like a G2 fucking dead end or something like that out of it.
Now that would be something.
Now, do you think the people that attended this actually gave it back to him when they handed it to him?
No, thank you.
Yeah, they're like, nah, never mind.
How many people are gonna go to this convention? You guys in particular are gonna be. Here you go. Here's your tinny figure. I am good.
Yeah, I'm good.
I know.
Like when you leave the college basketball game and they give you the coupon for like the free fries at Wendy's,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh no, I'm good. No,
You're
and
like,
they're standing there like trying to hand them out at the end, like giving 3 at a time.
Oh god,
You're like,
I hope that's not for Chicago.
here's your convention exclusive, and you're like, oh, I was hoping for a beer cozy.
Yeah, it's like,
Or like you get the convention exclusive. You look up at the guy, and go, I was planning to have a good time. Thanks for fucking ruining my
yeah,
weekend.
no, I just got here.
It's like,
Damn it.
can I just get a parking ticket or something? Like,
Got a parking voucher.
Can I get tased? Or something?
You got a discount for my rental? I flew all the way out here. I mean,
Yeah.
that'd be
I hope
great.
to God this is not Chicago's. Oh God.
No, it won't be. There might be one for Chicago, but it won't be this one because that's kind of what an exclusive is.
That one will be like fucking orange or some shit like that.
Right.
Really?
Yes.
FC.
Just like we're getting that black shafter or whatever.
Giggity.
Yeah.
And once again, you're talking about Antoine, you racist.
Right.
So, speaking about amazing stuff from TFcon Toronto, my God, wow. Okay, I think I made the joke before we started recording. I did everyone run out of hand lotion because the reveals they had here were amazing.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and talk about first the LER-01, not Sludge, Columbia, whatever the hell this fucking name is. This figure to me, I like it a lot. It's really made me cancel my Planet X line. It's yeah. If you guys want to buy Planet X Swoop, holler. 60 shipped. What's up?
He's beautiful, man. Like, and I think this set is going to be great. And I have him pre-ordered, but I got to tell you, there's a voice of reason inside of me saying you don't need $600 more worth of Dinobots.
Oh, shut your fucking mouth.
I'm just saying.
Bobby, by the way, you don't need $600 more worth of Dinobots.
Yes, you do.
Yes,
Yes, you
like,
Justin's a reason of voice. He's like,
I know it's going to be great. Like, I know this is going to be. Fans Project makes
It's
quality
Fans
stuff. Even the stuff.
Come on, man.
Matt, is there a fucking parrot in here? But like, but the thing is that like this is going to, when it's all said and done, this is $600 of a scale that I don't collect really at all, and I don't know what I like. Like my heart says yes, but my common sense is saying no. But he is still pre-ordered. I have not canceled my pre-order.
Question for you, Bobby.
Yeah.
If you showed it to your daughter, would she want you to get it for her?
Absolutely.
You know what?
Yeah, she would want all this.
Now that
over the
you bring
AOE
that up,
figures.
Absolutely.
now that you bring it up, I gotta maybe somehow remind her that they're coming out. Like check these out.
Dude, stop it! Because
Make sure you tell your dad that if he loves you.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've done my best. I did my best to hide Scoria, but she's been in my basement. Like, what is this?
Nothing.
That is sexy.
And I was like, that's a third party masterpiece slag, and she was like,
Did you? What you need to do to make her not want one is that's a third party masterpiece AOE toy. Like,
yeah, well, listen, let me finish. So, like, I was like, that's a third party masterpiece slag. So she just oh, and she stayed real quiet. She didn't say a thing. Hours go by. My kid's got a mind like a steel trap. Hours go by, and like we're getting ready to pack up and leave, and she was like, I have those movie Dinobots. And I was like, yep, I got them for you, and I'll get you the other two. I gave you my word on that. And she was like, yeah, I'm more of a masterpiece third party type of guy.
thought she was gonna offer to trade them for you. I'll trade you my movie
Bobby,
stuff.
I was like, oh my god.
Seriously, you should be carrying around that like a recorder at all times. That
I know.
candid.
I know.
30 seconds with JQ. That's all I'm saying.
I know. You're right.
That is the one piece of this show that is sorely lacking. So
yeah. She says some crazy shit, but I know this is gonna be good, man. Like, I don't know.
Dude, it's not good. It's awesome. Not only are they Dinobots, updated version of the Dinobots, which we'll never fucking get from Hasbro unless it's from a movie line, and they look nothing like their respective, predecessors are supposed to be an homage to. But these are Dinobots that have target masters that change into weapons, not just guns, but like fucking swords and axes. Slag LER-02 has a target master who, when he's in robot mode, his weapon is 2 axes. It doesn't get more awesome than that. Without there being a Viking riding the back of Slag with an M16 on one hand and a smoking hot chick on the other.
You're preaching to the choir. I'm with you.
I think this
is going to be awesome. I just don't know if it has a place in my collection.
Wait. Look at that face cup. I'm sorry. I was looking at the Mecha Force.
No, wait. That certainly does not have a place in my collection.
The one thing about these guys that I hope Fans Project reconsiders, though, is I don't care if like the blue's not shiny and the red's not shiny, but please put the gold chrome where the gold is, because that's just such a Dinobot thing. To lose that is a big loss, I feel like. But
I agree.
Yeah. Other than that,
well,
like,
maybe
I love
you should have gone to TFcon in Toronto.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing about that, though. So the people at TFcon Toronto who have picked this guy up have one Dinobot that's going to have chrome, and unless the others release as exclusive somewhere else somehow, you're going to have one that's chromed out, and the rest of them are just going to be gold and boring. So either make the whole set or at least make the gold chrome, and then you can fit that in amongst your exclusive one from TFcon.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, but all those people that got the one from TFcon have it on eBay for like $300.
True, and they're probably
someone's going to buy it.
They can buy 3
and they're
going to
buy
Dinobots now.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Meanwhile,
they go to TFcon Chicago, they have the whole set, including paddles.
Nice.
Meanwhile, the Fans Project. Oh, Sensei, you hear Shadowcast complain about exclusive? That's because the lazy Americans are scared to travel to other countries. They're so scared.
Now, knowing my opinion on the TFcon exclusive, if that exclusive is at Chicago, who's in?
Oh, me.
Me, you guys will have to let me know, and I'll have to PayPal one of you to get it for me.
I think I'd pass. I'd pass because I'd be afraid they wouldn't match.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That would eat me alive.
I'm debating.
I'd try to trade it for third-party or Masterpiece figures on the cafe, because that always goes well.
Well, like if I was in if I was in Toronto, I probably would have picked it up because for the review aspect of it. But that shit's done now, so there's the only advantage to getting it would be just to have it, and if the other one's coming behind and it's going to match the set, I
don't give a flying fuck with matches. I'm getting that shit.
Dude, you look at your collection. You don't give a flying fuck about a whole lot.
Oh. Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater because you want some of my shit. Don't hate.
I ain't busting on your collection, Matthew. We had a good trade a while ago, you dirty girl. Yeah. But you know what? Again, I stated earlier, I'm selling my Planet X Swoop because I just saw LER-03, which is Swoop, and he looks better than Planet X Swoop.
Yeah, I feel like
this guy's pretty.
I feel like my Swoop is not long for this world either. I just.
Yep, he is.
I mean, the sludge looks more menacing than the Planet X one does.
I agree.
I mean, the Planet X one it looked awesome, but now you got this, and to compare it. It just looks like a little baby. I mean,
a little baby.
A little baby.
I love the way that Matt pronounces things. It just tickles me in all the right places.
Really, it doesn't look intimidating at all. Now, the Fan Project one, it looks like it could, scare the piss out of you.
Yeah.
And to me, that's kind of the selling point. you know, especially when it comes to Transformers from the third party world, is these things have to be really fucking imposing. And, you know, like Mania King, when I heard Unique Choices making, I was like, that thing's going to be fucked. But when I finally got mine, I was like, this is one scary looking fucking robot.
Yeah. Plus, they're the Dinobots. They have to look menacing.
But he doesn't have any wrist swivels.
And they're making Grimlock, so imagine that.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't have any what?
Wrist swivels.
They're making
Did you say mitten swivels?
Yeah, so I guess everybody's going to get these, except for Bobby.
Yep, can't wait to get my mittens on them.
Mine are pre-ordered. You know, let me say that. Mine are pre-ordered. I haven't canceled my pre-order, but I got to tell you, there is a voice of reason inside my head. And like the other thing is, like, in my professional life, we just took on another 30 people in the field, and I'm afraid that the overtime is going to start drying up. Okay.
Yeah, that's a big.
But the plus side is you get to hang out with family, so treasure those.
True.
I have hung out with Bobby, and I can say that the voice of reason isn't very loud. I think
that's very true.
I know. I've seen your shit down in your basement, man. Shut the fuck up.
It all depends on. Let's say this: the voice of reason is powerful, but there are some external factors that play a part.
I need those seekers that are poorly painted and have nothing to do with anything I have. I need them.
Yeah, that's true too.
I had a rough day.
You ripping on my Raptors, motherfucker?
No, I'm ripping on your
Botcon ones.
Yeah, the Botcon set.
Woo! We're about to throw down, bro.
Yeah, I threw I threw quite a scene and ended up walking away with those puppies.
Let's talk about another poorly painted exclusive. Project Casualty G2 car crash. I'm not a fan of this. I don't understand why you would do this, and I don't know. Like they are an amazing line. I have my set. I love my Intimidator sets. Those guys are awesome. Not sure why they went through the trouble of doing this as kind of a gag.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Is,
if you weren't gonna follow through, like, I understand they can't really afford to follow through on it, you know, because fuck, man, they're selling Intimidator sets for like bargain prices now.
But the G2 breakdown, that's a big thing because there's only like 102 of them or something made.
Yeah,
so I mean that's just kind of a big like. What is it?
I was just gonna say he seems to be like super popular with the fans. He has like a cult following. So
yeah, exactly, and that's why they did it because they have the fucking once again fans project has their finger on the pulse, and they know what's like. I mean, they did it for people that care. If you don't care, you don't have to buy it. But this, and I posted this in the cafe when I saw it. Like this may be the one figure, and it's a third-party figure I would buy just to keep it packaged. And be like, I got my G now. You know what I mean? Because it's just a cool setup. And what's going to be $80?
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. If it was if they were doing the whole set, and I understand why they wouldn't. You know, I might go in.
You know what if they were doing. I saw a Digibash picture someone did where they had the Autobot colors on them. Yeah,
that was sick.
Yeah, so you had like Jazz and Mirage. And
I saw
like
that too.
if that set came out, I would be all over it.
I'll buy that.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think this is a cool idea. I think that also like a lot of people. Because I was kind of, you know, now I'm, you know, what do they call it, Monday Night Quarterbacking or whatever. But I was watching a lot of people like on Twitter and Facebook or whatever, and you could see like the panic set in, like when they had bought it and tweeted the picture of it, and then realized that they weren't going to get 4 more.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel bad for the people that were under false pretenses. But if you know, it's one of this is a like we talked about before, like the idea of having a convention exclusive that isn't like for, you know, that's a nice little bonus for people that attend, but the regular people that can't make it don't have to go, fuck, now I got to shell out $500 for something that's really not worth it.
Yeah. You know, and honestly with this thing, like there is really no saying that at some point in time they couldn't make the rest, you know, like like next year TFcon gets, you know, G2, you know, whatever, who cares, Motormaster, something like that. So it could happen. Just, you know, as a con exclusive, you can't expect the whole set to come out because very few people would probably buy into all of them at one time.
Right.
I got my TFcon one, so I'm good.
Gross.
I'm sorry.
Fuck.
Which BotCon ones you talking about?
The G2 breakdown.
The
okay.
classics or the
Oh,
original?
you have that?
Classics.
No. I was about to come rob you.
No, I don't have the real one. Sorry.
What?
All right, moving on.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
Let's
was
go for, like,
that,
one
did I just put a
skip.
downer on this show?
No.
now or something? Shit.
Yeah, I think that you got everybody excited for a second, and then
Oh, I'm sorry.
that's all right.
Yeah, I don't have the original.
I said, wow. I just looked on eBay, and there's 2 of these core crash listed. And one's 160 and one's 260.
Damn.
That's fucking retarded.
Jeez.
You gotta love eBay post convention scalpers. But speaking of other reveals by our good friends over at Fans Project, they are fucking hitting it out of the park. Their Headmaster line.
Oh,
They
yes.
finally announced Skull Cruncher Function X5. Looks fucking amazing.
Oh,
Menacing.
God.
I'm still looking forward to my Toy World one, but the Face on the Fans Project one for the both the robot mode and alligator mode just they reach out and touch me in ways that a toy shouldn't.
Oh, that's an alligator. The other one is a
They touch your
crocodile.
penis.
I tell you, like, I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and mention it, okay, and get it out of the way. But that goddamn ape face.
Yes.
Holy mother of pearl! Like, I
Never saw
can't.
that
Fucking,
coming.
I can't wait. I never had him as a kid. And like the idea of having like a proper ape face that looks awesome and the whole bit, and possibly getting a Snapdragon to sit alongside him, I'm like fucking grateful.
Yeah, I feel like
You know what I mean?
I feel like
I
we
feel like
have
a thank you
to
is owed.
we have to get Snapdragon with this. Like it's just like their regular line. Like as soon as I saw Hardhead was coming, like you knew that Highbrow had to come too because we have everybody
Right.
else. So
I mean, like,
Okay,
I don't
wait
know,
to
like the
get this.
video transformations of them, like it just looks like it just looks so good.
yeah,
Oh, never mind.
I don't know, man. Is anybody else excited like me for the ape face?
Oh, I'm
absolutely.
good. No, I'm excited for all
Oh,
of
yeah.
them.
I had ape face when I was a kid, and I really enjoyed the gimmick that one side could be the robot head while the other could be the monster side,
Yeah.
and then you had the figure,
Right.
the actual headmaster character. So like, you know, me and my friends were like, dude, it's like a 6 changer because
Right.
you know the actual ape face character was a triple changer. You had the robot, the jet, and then the ape. So I'm really looking forward to it, and obviously I have not been disappointed by Fans Project's Headmasters as of late. So yeah, it's a total win. I'm excited more for the Highbrow, which looks amazing as well.
Yeah,
that looks
Yeah.
great too.
I like Hardhead. He looks pretty good too.
they all look really good. I mean,
Yeah.
again, it's Fans Project, so I expect they will all be good.
Oh,
With-
fucking Mind Wipe too. God damn.
Yeah, with Highbrow,
Yeah.
do you
Coffin.
think Highbrow they have 2 possible heads, the visor head and the non-visor head, or do you think there might be a gimmick somewhere on there to like swing the visor down?
Yeah, Hardhead has the visor and the faceplate that you can remove or move up and down in robot mode.
Hardhead has that.
Hardhead.
Like if you look at the animation, you can see like the visor and the mouthpiece like actually move underneath him before you transform and stuff.
Are you talking about highbrow or hardhead?
Hardhead.
No, we're talking about Highbrow.
Oh, okay, my fault.
No worries.
Don't worry about a chocolate bear. We got you.
Well, even if Hardhead has that, that's a pretty cool feature to give you both the headmaster from toys and the headmaster from the show. You know. So,
Well, I'm sure if Highbrow doesn't do that, I'm sure Reprolatables will do something like they did for Brainmaster.
yeah, but
Oh,
I'd kind of be more interested in
Brainstorm.
something flipping in
Brainstorm,
and
my
out.
Ugh.
Hasbro.
Well, I mean, yeah, I know you would like the real, what
Yeah.
you're saying. Yeah, I understand that, but I don't know.
I know everybody says that the Brainstorm faceplate's the best sticker that's it, but mine is not on that toy, so it's gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
These are all just sexy. I mean, just
Mm-hmm.
Which ones are you especially excited about there, Mercy?
All of them. To be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, we're still talking about the headmasters, right?
Yeah.
So it just got cut off. I mean, I definitely want the hardhead and the highbrow to finish out my friendship 4, and then
and then have them kill your Mania King with the power of their friendship.
have them all hold hands. Get Dr. Wu to make a peg system so you can
Worst.
like link them all in a circle.
Hey, are we gonna be the friendship 4 at TFcon?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're gonna be the friendship too.
Gross.
Yeah, that means you guys are gonna fuck.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm excited and definitely have the beast ones. And I told Bobby, I might have posted in the chat, but I'd gotten weird in my Red Wolf. I got rid of my Weird Wolf. I actually ended up picking up another one this week.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, because I'm in because before I was iffy. I was like, I don't know, you know. I mean, I love my my Swamper. But yeah, I definitely just want to have the Fans Project set just to collect the Fans Project set.
It's
like if I have to give them their own section, like I'll give them their own section.
Exactly. That's kind of how I feel about the Dinobot situation. Like it's weird how it's okay for this not to it's okay for it just to be a standalone Fans Project collection. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, I mean, Werewolf. I think to me, Werewolf is probably the weakest one out of them, but he is so fucking awesome still. But I mean,
yeah.
I still think he's probably like the weakest one out of the ones
well,
that have been out.
His hands look like fucking giant mittens, and
that's
they have that weird thumb.
That's the
just like mittens, yes.
The thumb. It's true. The thumb is my big complaint with Werewolf, but I really like. He looks fucking slick as fuck.
Yeah, he does. Robot. He does.
So like it makes up for it for me, and I love the transformation of him. Like that's another thing about Fans Project is like it's like it's never what you expect transformation wise. It's always like what the fucking moves too. Like I don't know.
With Fans Project, you just want you need to put more shit out quicker.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, if that happened, would we not
too quick, buddy?
Well, not too quick. But I'm just saying, you want more stuff from them.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2 figures a year. You want some more shit from them because they're just so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I will take the 1 or 2 a year though, as long as the quality doesn't dip. I mean,
yeah. I mean, yeah.
I would like more, but I won't argue as long as it stays as good as it's been. So.
Well, I mean, as much shit as they put out, as like big of a name as they have, I mean, they should have at least like 2 or 3 sweatshops working
at least
on the clock.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not like fucking Dock of Toys, like they're established.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also got images of Quick Switch,
which is really interesting as I look at these because I'm wondering how big he's going to be, but I'm seeing him next to their version of Classics G2 Prime, and he's looking to be a pretty big boy.
Yeah, he's a good Voyager size.
Yeah, I think
especially that gun mode of his.
And isn't there some relation to him in Hexatron? I mean,
they came out at the same time. I mean, that was the Autobot one, and then you had.
No, I understand that, but I mean within the lore.
No, that was his son.
Yeah, in the story.
So, like, even with him being like a little smaller, it'll still be kind of cool. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like Godzilla Jr.
Yeah.
Except without all the retarded nature of Godzilla Jr.
Right.
Hey man, at least it's not no, never mind.
I don't know if he's a good price. I'll probably get him too.
Yeah. I mean, it just depends on like what he looks like. Like, I mean, I'll wait for the review. I'll wait for the knockoff.
I'm just not really a big Quick Switch fan. I have the.
It's not a knockoff. It's an original mold. Pay attention to the mittens, and you'll see.
I will probably be in on this guy for sure.
Sculpt's different.
Yeah. What did you say, Justin?
I said I'm going to be in on this guy for sure.
Oh yeah, me too. There's no doubt in my mind. I was sold last year at TFcon when they announced it.
Yep, exactly.
That beast mode.
Actually, you know what I just thought about that?
What?
We were just talking about how they need to put things out quicker, and I was just thinking like all this shit they announced, it's all going to come out at the same time, and we're going to be like, God damn it, why can't they slow it the fuck up?
Yeah, but at the same
like 6 things at one time.
Yeah, this fucking thing, like they announced this last year. Like they didn't. So it's like. Some of this stuff is still it's going to take them forever.
Oh, yeah. It'll be a while. It ain't come out in August.
Damn. No, it's not. Thanks, Matt. Jesus Christ.
Matt's
top
got
of
his
that,
finger
release
on the
date,
release
dude.
date pulse, so just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Matt, look,
He
there's
is
two
the
things that Matt
Antoine
takes
of release
serious. There's two things he takes. Yeah, there's two things he takes serious, and that's the Holy Scriptures and Big Bad Toy Store's release dates.
Hell yeah. Fucking lie to me all the damn time.
More like fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking liars.
He's like, how in the hell could there's no way. Big Bad Toy Store said it was next month.
Right.
Oh,
Oh.
whatever.
Anyway,
Sure.
so another announcement of Fans Project, their version of Power Master Optimus Prime,
Oh, then.
which that I'm assuming this is a test shot, but if they are going with that color
Yeah.
scheme, I would still buy it because it looks pretty fucking awesome.
You know,
So you
what,
take class Optimus Prime and you put the armor on. Woohoo.
when I thought I saw a different Optimus that was coming from them. Did I see?
Yes, it was the
Yeah,
new leader
the
one or
retro.
whatever.
Okay, because that
Yeah,
one I
that's-
thought didn't look very good, but this one looks really interesting. So, is this like an add-on kit though to the classics?
Yeah. From the add-on kit.
Yeah.
Wait, is this Power Master or is this the IDW? Wasn't there an IDW one? I don't have this in front of me, so I don't have
No,
to show it.
no, I don't believe so. Well, there was a red and blue one. I'm not sure if he's supposed to look like the IDW
I
counterpart,
thought they had an IDW style. It was an add-on for classics. It made it like boxier or something. But I might be wrong. There was so much shit that day, man. I was having a seizure by 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah, me too.
This one, the only one we see, looks like just add-on armor bits. They didn't have
Justin,
an
if
all
you
right?
scroll down, if you
Yeah.
scroll down on that link, Justin, you'll see the photo of the traditional retro color. The Fans Project: A New Leader is what it's titled.
Okay, yeah, so
Yeah.
this is the Prime that I saw, the truck mode, and wasn't really sold on. Okay, yeah, that's the picture I saw. I don't really care for that truck, but I guess if you're going to leave it in robot mode, fine. But the truck kind of looks pretty crappy, I'm not going to lie.
It does not look like something I would drive unless I got paid 6 figures.
Yeah, I mean, it
That's
looks like
very nice.
Optimus got in an accident. You know?
I mean, if you own this figure, it's a lot like banging Miley Cyrus. Sure, it's fun, but you don't tell anyone about it. That's when
I'm
they
just-
judge you.
I'm just I'm good with MP10. I don't, you know. I mean, I'm
I'll be
sure
honest.
this.
The bot mode looks great, but on the other hand, I'm happy with my Orion and my MP10.
Yeah, this is probably going to be one of the few Fans Project things that I can see skipping, even though I like the bot mode. So
I'll probably end up buying it just like Tempest. Goddammit.
yeah, you know, I say that now, and then someone's going to review it, like Citizen Stack, and then I'm going to end up getting that too. And you know,
I watched Pia's review of that guy twice, and I told myself his wrists don't swivel. He looks so limited, and then I just thought about it, and I was like, "Fuck you! You're like $74.99 or some shit," and I bought it. And it'll probably happen with this, but what I will probably most definitely pre-order is X2 Toys Impactor.
Finally
Yeah,
something.
Finally, iGear must be kicking themselves in the crotch, even though you guys are still good with me and my Raptors. But they are X2 Toys, the guys who gave us the exposed ball joint, high kicking fucking twins, is giving us the leader of the
High-kicking.
records.
yeah.
Yes.
And these and the ball joints are covered.
Yes.
What was that?
That was my drum roll.
Okay. We skipped something also too.
Yeah, I sure did because I'm a great host, but I was just so excited.
well,
Yeah, Fans Projects Core is doing Alpha Tranix, which is their next inclusion to the Core saga, and oh my god, first time I laid eyes on this dude.
Yeah, what? This is a Diaclone. Somebody break this down for me.
all right. So what this is a Diaclone, one of the original Diaclone toys, which is like this 3-piece set that it's like a tank, a jet, and I don't know, something else, and they all form one robot, and that's what this guy is. I found it the other day looking through a Diaclone toy list. Let me see if I can find it again for you guys.
Each one has a core robot. That's crazy.
In the Fans Project one? Or the
Yeah.
original? I don't think the original
Fans
did.
Project.
Okay.
Nah.
Let me see if I can find it, because it was weird. It took me a while to find it.
Yeah, we'll leave a link for the guys to check out when this beauty of a podcast gets uploaded. My apologies for skipping this. This was the teaser image we saw for Revolver, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Um,
yes. It had that like the silhouette. He was standing like against the night sky or whatever.
Yep. And from what I'm seeing, obviously these are CADs, but it looks interesting. I never owned any of the original Diaclones, save for like a fucking that weird Grimlock with horns and the Slag with wings, Sludge. I mean, with wings.
Yeah.
But
I didn't either. My thing with like I just don't have a like. It looks cool. And I actually really dig the way it looks, but I don't have a connection to the character. See, there's a part of me that's like, man, go ahead and buy it now, because if that bitch ends up in IDW, you know you're gonna fucking kick yourself in the ass for not getting him now.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to really worry about that, but this is the same thing to me as like Steel Core, Steel Core was so good that like I feel you're missing out big time if you don't have it. So
I mean, this guy looks like a definite purchase, and
yeah,
no one has to know. You could name him Dia Atlas. It'll be alright.
actually,
Maybe that's a hint. The third-party companies make a fucking Dia Atlas. How about a Dia Atlas? So the scumbags that own the G1 toy can stop flaunting their shit.
Yeah.
That'd be great. About a Dia Atlas, with the fucking sword from the comic book, a Dia Atlas. That'd be amazing. It's not like I'm asking for a lot. I mean, Takara's making an MP Star Saber. How about we get the pair,
Yeah.
Come on, Fans Project, about a Road Caesar. All right? You're fucking making pink Stunticons. You can make a Road Caesar.
Right.
Fuck, dude. It's just a little suggestion.
So, do we need
Here
to
he
go?
is. He's called Dia Battles. That's what the original one was called. I'm going to paste it in the show notes here.
Sounds a lot like Dia Atlas, which is one they should make, along with his beauty.
Well, when I first saw him, I thought it was Dia Atlas,
Yeah, I did too.
I thought so. I was all excited, but it's like, hey, look, it's fucking Voltron. It's great.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah, I'm sure.
The people that I've seen.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Greg.
I was gonna say the people I've seen that are super excited about this, like online, are the same people that are all in for like they're like hardcore Steel Core fans. They're like, oh, it's got 3 cores. No, like the core bot. And it's like, but that wasn't evil. That wasn't even like official. That was like a. I mean, you know what I mean? Like that was just something they made up.
Yeah, because like fucking Fans Project is taking on a life of its own. Like, like. Yeah, I think that if Fans Project wanted to, they could probably move on to their own material.
I think they could do. They have a strong enough toy line that they could.
Yep. Now I would cease purchasing.
Oh, you would absolutely lose people, but you could still. I mean, this is the same as making.
I think they could do it, and they could probably go mass retail U.S. Not like Target and Toys R Us, but they could probably go through Diamond Distribution.
Yeah.
If they didn't have those, those pesky copyright laws.
Absolutely.
I'm sure they can hire certain douchebags to go ahead and represent them in court anyway. Well, technically, it's not a copyright infringement. If you notice, the original figure's head height is a whopping 2.7 millimeters, and their representation of a figure is a whopping 2.9 millimeters.
That's like
Ergo, it's not the same property. Like,
well,
like
there's douchebags that represent them. That's the reason that we got our Citizen Stacks and our fucking Revolver and everything else. I mean, it is what it is.
Anyway,
how awesome would it be going to the Toys R Us and there's the Fans Project figure just like on the shelf? That'd be pretty
that would be something.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about this Impactor anymore?
Besides it being awesome, and I'm looking at it, and I hope it's not a fucking trailer kit that you have to add on to your fucking goddamn Orion Pax figure from the Generations line.
No. That's a whole.
He's being facetious, I think.
Do you think that this is the toy that we saw, like the super like preliminary sketches that were like ridiculous that got mocked like 6 months ago or something like that?
I don't know.
So, because the CAD drawings are like that same, like, here's the outline and, yeah. So it made me wonder when I saw this if that was the same thing that, we were all over not long ago.
I'm interested to see when those clones come out, because did anybody here on the show pre-order them?
No.
Gotcha. Yeah. You did?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, sweet. Well,
You
fucking
brave man.
yeah, man. Way to go. Way to man up, Antoine. I'll be curious to see how they how they fare. You know what I mean in terms of being received, and if as long as those bad boys get a green light from people, I'm definitely in for Impactor. Definitely.
Yep, I think I'd be in for Impactor too.
They're like $109.
Right, for two of them with the lion. I mean, it's a good deal. You know, that's a good price.
That is not a bad price. I mean, that's a big splash to make like they did with the like Mech Ideas did with the twins.
Yeah.
So,
hey, speaking of waiting on someone else to get something for you, make your final decision. That Kronos is still showing up tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, bright and early.
All right, cool. All right,
And
well, I'll be around bright and early.
All right, I will definitely let you know. I'll either tell you to abandon ship or, you know, push it through, so to speak.
I'm going for abandon ship, probably. Whatever.
Yeah, I know. You got fucking Voyager Galvatrons to buy.
Yay! We're still moving in with you, Bobby. So me and Greg.
Hey, man, I welcome it. I love friends.
I love how you two guys are willing to throw away your wives and move in with another member of the podcast.
Oh wait, we're bringing them
just for the fuck of it, because YOLO, thug life.
Yeah, well, like the thing is like I'd actually like be okay with it because like I like having just buddies around for no reason, but it would drive my wife nuts. My wife.
You guys want to watch me play Batman Arkham Asylum? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
When I was in, yeah, exactly. When I was like in high school and college, like my house was always like the clubhouse for like friends and shit. You know, you always had that one friend that had the clubhouse, and my house was that. And so like when my wife and I got married and like got a house together and all that, my house remained the clubhouse. And like, you know, people were coming by all the time, stopping by, dropping in. She'd come home, there's like 4 or 5 people hanging out, and it was an issue. You know what I mean? Like it was something that had to be worked out. She just like her family's very like private and all that, and she likes to have her like, you know, alone time where I'm like, yeah, fucking, you got any friends? They cool? Bring them.
Yeah, right.
They holding weed?
Yeah, exactly.
They got weed, they come by.
Exactly.
But here's something that has me a little perplexed. Before and After has announced an Action Master Devastator.
Wow.
Yeah.
That actually looks nice.
Have at it, Antoine.
It's not a small figure either. It's like a real big figure.
How big? Like I don't see like a ruler next to it. I've seen deluxe photographs that look like that.
I like my Transformers that transforms. Like my favorite thing about them.
You know,
I actually have a pretty cool Action Master Devastator. His name's Hercules. So good.
This guy.
I don't want him to transform. I don't touch him. It works out good.
Right.
This guy looks like he fell right out of the animation with like, you know, awkward proportions and sloppy paint apps and all. You know, just like they had in the cartoon. So I guess if that's your thing.
It reminded me of the episode City of Steel, which is probably the most poorly drawn version of Devastator of the cartoons franchise ever.
I will buy this. I will buy this if it fits in my Citizen Stack's hands. That's all I'm saying. So.
That would be awesome.
It's a pass.
That's a Dr. Wu waiting to happen right there.
Yeah, I'm surprised. City is what the heck was that episode? Oh, I can't remember it. Carnage in C minor.
Carnage in C minor, yeah. Oh God, just the names of the characters made me want to shut the TV off. It's a good thing we brought Bebop, Zababop, and Dibba-da-bop, and Boop, and Dip, and Dupidip with us. We got our own secret weapon. What secret weapon? You know, Bop, Bop, Zibbity-Bop, and Dump, Bop, Boobity-Bop, and Tempo here. That's their thing. They fucking sing. Wonderful. Hey, look, Galvatron's as big as a combiner, and he's about to cuddle Soundwave. Oh, hey, sound engineers, you forgot to synthesize Frank Welker's Dr. Claw voice for Soundwave.
Yeah.
That's okay. We'll let that pass. Oh, hey, look at that. It's Bruticus, the same size as a fucking regular-sized Transformer.
Yeah, it was like...
Yeah, that episode was full of fuck-ups, man.
It was like they were like out to lunch or something that day. You know what I mean? Like it was just like...
They let 3-year-old kids just edit everything.
It's like they did it on like a Friday right before like a 3-day weekend. Like,
yeah, we gotta get this shit out. Let's go.
Yeah, fuck it.
Ultra
no
Magnus
holds
is like
barred.
flying right next to Broadside. His head looks so big he could take a chomp out of that cockpit. killing
somebody's
Z-Bot,
probably like,
Boop-a-dop, Z-Dot, those guys, the trio.
somebody's probably like, I don't know if this is the right call, man. People are gonna criticize this, and the other guy was like, who? The 4-year-olds? Fuck them.
Pass me the cocaine and bring that stripper over here. I can't help myself.
It's Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
America. America. We might fucked up cartoons like He-Man 2009.
Right.
Oh.
I saw that whole set at a local like trade in your books and DVD store. I was like, should I? I was like, no, I just can't.
Not the modern take on He-Man. I'm talking about the one where like Uncle Phil was a voice actor.
Yep.
Was the voice for He-Man, that one.
Yep. Box set.
Wow.
Actually, that modern He-Man was really good. Like the
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I
I
like that.
2003.
That was fucking cool.
yeah,
I did-
it was really good.
I like seeing Skeletor's
that
face
one.
before it got all bitched up by Ethereal magic. But
Yeah.
speaking of things that'll bitch up, actually they look pretty bitching. Is Before and After announces the Clone Twins.
Can I just interrupt you for just a second? I love how when Oscar moves on to the next topic, he expects to hate it, and then he has to correct himself if it's going to be good. I fucking love that. That is like the mentality of this podcast, and it is fucking of the utmost.
We hate every. Oh no, we don't.
Yeah, it's like, oh wait a minute, I don't hate this at all. Nice.
Pretty good. Exactly. He son of bitches with the X2 clones. I had you exposed.
Finally.
I was having some technical difficulties, and I just got the pictures of that Devastator to load. So I just want to say, what the fuck? Who the fuck?
And
Why the fuck? What the fuck? And
who the fuck?
where the
is
fuck
buying
can
that
where the fuck can I find this thing for like $5? Because this would look good with like my pop vinyl and my loyal subject figures.
Yeah.
No,
You can
don't
probably
put them next
buy
to
it off
those.
of Antoine after he gets tired of it. Yeah, I said it. Antoine's gonna buy that shit. But
I like these clones.
I'm
They
actually
look, they look pretty nice.
Yeah, the clones look good.
Yeah.
Clones look good.
the clones do look pretty sharp. I'm hoping. I really hope they don't fuck up Pounce and Wingspan. I really hope they don't.
Yeah.
They were favorites of mine from the G2. Like from the
Mine
G2
too.
G1 era.
Mine too.
They were favorites. So, like I said, and I believe in one of the early episodes, I rebought them on eBay for like fucking $65. The two of them with like some serious sticker wear. But oh no, look out, they're ruined. But they still look good.
They look good.
Hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
Look down. Are you looking at the actual TFW article?
Yeah, I can be. Stand by one. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Oh, I just want you to look at the fourth comment. Look at those pictures. Don't they look
Okay.
fucking awesome?
Oh yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, I enjoyed those pictures very much. And
I'm sure. Fapping
and-
away, I could hear you.
Yeah, and not for nothing, like these look like solid molds.
Yeah.
You
they
know,
do.
like the prototypes look good, and I can't help it. Like,
And if you notice,
who the fuck is making these? Before and after, like these
Yep.
have that Make Toys Fans Project look.
Yeah, I think so. They look like
They
fans
definitely
projects,
do.
headmasters.
But
And then
look
if you
at them.
look- And then if you look at the company they keep
Yeah.
they're with
Yep.
you know
Fans
who.
Project.
and Make Toys,
Toys.
I gotta tell you,
It's a conspiracy.
this could be like I just all of a sudden I feel even better about my 6-gun or whatever fucking masterpiece 6-gun that I got or pre-ordered.
Which consequently has taken a really long time to come out. Another
Yeah, it
Fans
seems
Project
like it.
trope.
It
So
seems like it should have come out. Yeah.
These look like they look really like FP headmaster figures, kind of.
Yeah. I mean,
They kind of do.
look-
They remind me a little bit of Smart Robin in the chest.
yeah, and like
Alright.
the elbows and all that. That's very Fans
Yep.
Project.
And you know what? I got to give Fans Project credit because it seems like they're leaning more towards hands with that pin to add that extra bit of articulation.
Yep.
So it's kudos on them for that. Very
And
good
they,
job.
They look really menacing too, a little bit. Their faces.
Yeah,
are,
they do. They
their
look like they
faces
mean
are-
business.
Yeah,
Yep.
they fix to fuck up some shit.
Like they will fuck your family in front
I
of you.
can't wait to see the alt modes because I love that wolf alt mode or whatever it was from the G1. Like
Yeah.
I used to play. Yeah, I used to love that as a kid. Like just the way the head moved and shit. It just felt so right.
now the only
Colors.
thing I can say is I want Before and After to make a what's the name? Cloudraker and Fastlane too.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
great DX2 ones.
Breach.
You know what?
just aren't-
You know what they
aren't
should make
in
while they're
my
at it?
alley.
Because apparently they're listening to people. How about a fucking Diatlas?
Could use that too.
A Diatlas.
Yeah,
fucking
I want to see the
3
color.
foot
I want
tall
to see the
Scorponok.
colors on these two. I bet they look
That's
really nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
Purple and white.
Okay.
Yeah.
Greg, are you okay?
Yeah. Why would I be?
We're heading there.
Because
Oh, what's the
Oh,
next?
well, hold on.
Oh,
the first release from our good friends over at Maki Toys is Pandanus. Pandanus, if I'm saying that right. Fuck it, not
fucking
Scorponok.
Scorponok. Who cares?
Oh, my
This
God.
big bastard, this hunk of plastic which will fucking end you if you look at it the wrong way. This guy looks seriously amazing.
There's so much love that went into this thing. Like,
So
just
much detail.
Its stinger tail is basically the fucking Decepticon.
Decepticons. Good.
You know what that
night.
tells me? It says, fuck you, you're dying.
You know what's funny is, like, this was,
Oh,
like,
God, now I want this.
as fate would have it, this is, like, just one of the first reveals that I caught. And, all I can remember was, I think it was either I'm not gonna say, who was it that supposedly got in trouble with BotCon?
Optobotomus.
Okay,
Optobotomus.
supposedly it was him. He tweeted from that show that Proto Man X, who's the guy that runs TFcon, or one of the two, from BotCon, when they did their reveals this year, he said something along the lines of, this is the beginning of the end of third party, or this is the full frontal assault of the third party, whatever. And then I saw this fucking thing, and I was like,
Dude, look at that.
you guys brought a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, this base mode, man, it just looks menacing. I mean, it
You
looks.
know, that's not just a base mode, Matthew. I'm surprised no one has mentioned this. This isn't just a base mode, ladies and gentlemen. You're not just getting Scorpion, a robot, in a base mode. You're also getting a makeshift throne for your fucking hegemon or Mania King to sit in. That's how awesome this thing is.
Nice.
yeah.
I must have him.
Yeah.
I will have him.
I love, like, the legs of the Scorpion, how they, like, form the hull of the bridge.
Yes.
It's
yes.
so menacing looking. Like, yeah, like
Yeah.
you look at that,
This-
like I couldn't imagine walking down that hallway. Like it's
Like,
creepy
you,
looking.
you would probably be digested walking down that hallway.
Shout out to Greg from Mercy, who said one of the funniest things about this that I've heard to date. And we spoke on the phone earlier, and he said, I was like, this thing's gonna be $400 at least, and he was like, yeah, well, he was like, calm down, just find out how much you can get for one of your kids' kidneys.
No, what I said was, you were talking about making important decisions. I'm like, yeah, I don't really need both my kidneys. And you're like, yeah, I'm thinking about I might sell this. I'm like, yeah, kid doesn't really need both her kidneys.
Oh, I thought you said your kids don't need both their kidneys.
No, I said kid doesn't need both her kidneys.
No, I
You
do
should have
love
just let
that.
my joke, man. I
That
just made,
scorpion
That's a
tail.
cool 5 G's right there for a kidney.
That scorpion tail, just like like you said, it looks like the Decepticon symbol. That is just pure fucking awesome right there.
brilliant.
That is this like I was not crazy for Utopia, but this will make a motherfucker save.
Well,
Yeah.
shout out to my Mitten co-partner in podcasting, Skullface. He said that if for some reason Make Toy says we can't put this out because not enough Utopias are bought, he's gonna be ordering one. And I think that I'm kind of in the same shoes. Like, I didn't need Utopia because I don't feel like I think Utopia looks cool. I think he's
I
a
do too.
aesthetic upgrade to the Hasbro Metroplex, all that
Generations.
stuff. But I just don't need him for that price tag.
Right.
This, on the other hand, since there is no other Scorponok, this guy is purchased, and I've already, been looking at the prices of the TFCC Scorponok, which I have, and I enjoy, but not as much as I like this guy. So I'm happy to know that I'm already going to make a profit on that toy towards this one, and that makes me
And I'm
happy.
going to tell you, we got Comic-Con coming around the corner, and if Hasbro announces another City Bot, like another Titan class or whatever, it better not be Scorponok, because they will not get me this time, because the only reason why I have the Hasbro Metroplex and not this one, the Utopia, is because Hasbro came first.
Right, and you didn't think somebody else is going to do that size class, you
Right.
know?
And like, and that's just how it would, if like, I am so beyond sold on this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is mine. I just don't have it yet.
Yep, I'm into.
Wait, so he's got arms also. It's not just claws, I see. They got arm. Wow.
Yeah, there is. Let me look at that again.
It's on the CAD, the color CAD images. Apparently he has arms, and I guess they fold into the claws. But that's not going to happen when he is in my house.
Yeah, me neither. Because you can have like his claws like pile drivers. Yeah, no thanks.
Yep. Dude, fuck this thick this is. A giant rumble? Come on.
Right, exactly.
This fucking thing looks amazing. You don't murder it with that.
How much is it going to be, man?
Earring or whatever it is.
Probably like 400.
I think he's going to be about the same price as Utopia. I don't see him going cheaper, and I don't see him
going. Where you
going.
gonna put it at?
We're going to put him at.
Antoine, you don't worry about things like that now.
Antoine, if I gotta build a fucking place to put this thing, I'm doing it.
Right? Yeah. This thing's gonna take like.
You know what I mean? Like if
I gotta get this is the figure you buy 2 of it.
I'm making it happen.
You put one on display, you buy the second one, you cut a hole in it, and you fuck it. It's that simple.
So this could probably be the largest third-party figure ever.
Dog shit out of it.
Yeah, this in Utopia, or I get single figure. Yeah.
Yeah. Right now it's that damn Shockwave.
Dude, oh god, oh my god, I fucking love this thing.
Yep, this is awesome. Totally in.
And do you hear how excited I am for this? You know what the best thing about this third-party panel reveal was? You hear the excitement in my voice for this product, and this isn't even the thing I'm most excited about.
Yep.
That's how crazy it is.
Is it for the next Maki Tours reveal, which was Guardia?
No, but I do have some thoughts on this, of course. I think this looks good, but the line work that I saw for Hotspot does not look good. I don't know if anybody's seen that.
That police car for Streetwise is kind of weak.
Yeah, the police car for Streetwise is kind of weak. The robot mode for Groove is kind of weak.
Yeah, man. TS knocked it out of the box with theirs.
And I don't like. Have you guys seen the line work for Hotspot?
First Aid?
No, for Hotspot.
No.
There is literally shit hanging off him everywhere. Like it looks like.
Oh, he's kibble-tastic.
It looks like the spiders in Lord of the Rings at the end of the third one, like the big spiders. It looked like he walked through one of their cobwebs that was covered with nothing but kibble and just came out of it. Like,
well, do you think that is how it is, or do you think that those are just like places to put the extra parts and stuff?
I'm guessing it's places to put the extra parts, but I don't want that. Like that's how they did with the M3, and that's cool. It's cool. But like if I were to have my Stunticons in bot form, I wouldn't have all that shit all over it, that's just not for me. It's okay.
Yeah, but with M3, you didn't need to put all this stuff on, which makes a much better looking toy. So, I'd rather it be that way and something I can leave in the box if I don't want to, display it in bot mode than have half-assed, built-in feet for the combiner and stuff like. No, I don't want that. I mean, your TFC shit sits in the box. I don't need it to attach to a toy, but if you're gonna build it in, that's fine too. So.
But I'd rather have the shit all go away nicely, like all look nice, like
it goes away nicely in the box.
No, you're right.
I don't see your argument here. I mean, you love your TFC combiners, but what do you do with the feet of Superion when he's in? If you were to put him in individual robot modes or his hands?
Here's the thing.
Or that no. Wait a second.
Okay.
Or that shitty like let me put the hand on the back of fucking X-Graver because that's a convincing looking backpack to have a hand flipping you off while you're looking at the back like that shit's hanging off too, but you're excusing that to put it in the box because it's okay in that instance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
doesn't actually hold on? Doesn't the feet for Superion doesn't that make flight stands?
Yep.
Or am I wrong?
It does.
Yeah.
But that's all. Flight stands for your robots? No.
I don't know. I've never used that shit. I keep it in the box.
Yeah,
but
it makes sort of flight stands for the jets, but for the robots, it's worthless. So.
Yeah, but
I saw a picture on TFW one time.
Well, here for my TFC is always going to be combined, and because I'm not over the top thrilled with their individual bots. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're acceptable. You know, I'm happy, but I'm not like thrilled. So I'm all about the combine mode for my TFC stuff, and you know, I think it all is used nicely. I am not crazy about the Motor Master, the Fans Project Motor Master. Like, I think he's cool, but it looks like a lot of the same tricks are being used here, and I'm just if I get two of these, if I fucking get two of these, because I've got a fucking problem. I'll have the TFC one in combine mode, and I'll have these in their emergency vehicle mode, sitting in my office somewhere.
Somewhere.
To me, I just want to say something. Guardian, to me, he looks more G1 than he does the TFC one. To me,
Yeah, I
But we
agree.
haven't seen the TFC one.
You shut your bitch mouth.
I'm just saying.
But we haven't seen the TFC like the TFC combined one.
Okay, but this one looks more. This looks like a real G1, you know, combiner to me. I mean, it looks nice. I like the motorcycle, and I like how they're all. You know, it looks pretty good. I don't know about. I'm just talking about the drawing. I don't. You know, the figures themselves. They're all right. You know, they're kind of plain. But
They do. They look kind of plain. They look kind of weak, and it's like I look at Streetwise, and I'm like, oh hey, look, it's Car Crash, but without like a few things switched around.
Yeah.
Not a lot of love put into them. And I look at Groove, and I'm just like, well, it's great. You know, he's got a semi chub. That's awesome. It's amazing. A lot of hard work put into that.
Yeah.
Proud of you guys.
I don't like the chest on Groove, but I
don't.
think
It reminds me of first edition RC from the Transformers Prime line.
Yeah, and then I
Like
don't
he can
the,
flash.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not crazy about this. If I get these, it'll just be for car mode, and they'll sit in my office. I like. It's not that I think this looks bad. You know what I mean? It's not like. I mean, let's put it in perspective, right? This is not Age of Extinction Galvatron, okay? This is a good looking product. But we're talking about the investment of $500 to $600, and I don't know if it's that for me.
Do all y'all have Gumball?
I do.
Yep.
I do.
I mean, is he a good purchase? I mean, are y'all good? Are y'all good with the TFC?
I like him.
Okay.
He will be about it.
I'm happy with him. I'm very happy with him.
I'm deciding. I don't know which way I should go. If I should go, I'm not going to get both of them. I don't want to get two Defensors. But if you had to choose from, I would probably go TFC also.
Yeah,
Matt, I'm liking Gumball, and he feels a lot better than the Superion set. Like as far as plastic and all that.
Okay.
I think the Mackey Toys one looks really awesome. And I can't say the same for the TFC one because we still don't know what that one looks like.
Which is scary.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah,
it
we
is.
don't know what it look like. That's right.
Which is scary.
Huh.
That's right.
And bizarre.
It is.
Yeah.
They haven't made a combine mode yet.
That they haven't revealed it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you got Gumball out, and you're fixing to have the other one out soon too. So you've already seen test shots of Hot Shot.
You've got test shots of Hot Shot. You've got full colored versions of the finished product of Groove. Gumball is out.
Yeah.
We haven't seen anything for the limbs, and we haven't seen anything for the combine mode. And usually TFC starts off with their combine mode.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'll be honest.
I don't know, man.
That hotspot looks kibble-tastic. It's pathetic.
Yeah, it looks crazy. That hotspot.
He's got fucking wheels for tits. That always works.
That hotspot. I almost kind of like that though. I'll be honest. Like, I almost would rather have like that incorporated into like the build instead of having them hide on the back or like flop under the arms or something. You know what I mean? Like, actually, that was one of the things that stuck out to me about the robot mode. But that's just me. Yeah.
See, I kind of feel like it is just hanging off of them. I don't feel like it is built in. I feel like it's extra. Like I would rather, what you're describing is what I would rather have, where it's like just a little bit too bulky, a little bit too, but it's all part of it. Instead, it looks like shit hanging off of it. Like the ladder.
No, I'm talking about the wheels and the chest.
Oh, okay, yeah, the wheels and the chest, I'm okay with too. That's Oscar's beat.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the ladder and all that shit, like the fucking bindle hanging off his back over his shoulder, like he's running away from home. I was just talking about the fucking wheels and the chest.
My creators think I'm lame.
Like if
he's not riding the rails for fucking gold.
If somebody were to say, "Look, I'm going to go with the Make Toys Defensor over the TFC Defensor," there wouldn't be any part of me that would be like, "Idiot." Do you know what I mean? Like I don't want to put the wrong.
Yeah, you're not having a bad choice between either one of them. It's
Right.
Whatever you choose,
It's just that right. My preference as of right now is a gamble on TFC. Because
I'd rather go for that Starcat set. Now that's
Oh wait.
I'm probably just gonna wait for everything to come out on TFC, and if it really looks nice, then I'll probably get it. I don't know.
Nice.
and this is all going to be sold as a set, also, I assume, just like
More likely, yeah.
Well,
TFC.
Well, and that's the other factor. That's the other factor for me, is like I don't, and it's not even like it'd be that big of an issue. Like if it looks good, I always find a way. I'm damn sure going to find a way for Scorpion Knock. I'll find a way for Defensor. But like, it's just that feeling like I'm forced. It's that feeling like I have to buy it. It's just that like the audacity of like, I know everyone else is selling theirs like in singles, but yeah, you go ahead and buy our whole set. You're gonna like it.
Do you know how much Quatron costs?
$400.
$429.
Yeah.
$430, and then shipping it's like $11.
Yeah, we get it through TF stores.
Yeah, from TF stores.
Yeah, they're not monsters that drink baby blood out of a gold goblet encrusted with diamonds like BBT.
Well, they got their own issues. Trust me. But
why is that more than Giant though?
Antoine, that is a great question.
I would assume it probably had something to do with the larger center figure, but yeah, I would expect it to be close to the price of Giant. But Giant also came out how many years ago now? Like 3, 2.
Yeah, they're still not fucking sold out of them, you know. Like
but you've also got like everything we've seen has kind of gone up in price to a small extent at least. So that could also be the reason.
Inflation.
By the time we finish, it'd be like about $600 for this thing on eBay.
What?
Maybe one day.
Yeah, one day. Yeah.
Well, the thing is that like I don't know. Like Justin, I'm interested to hear because I know that's been a big point of concern for you with the box set. Because I know that you're more of a Fans Project Make Toys fan than I am, and I love their stuff. But I know you really love their stuff. And the Quantron thing was kind of a kick in the balls to you. And how would you feel that if they were just like, look, this is the way we're going to do business from now on?
Well, it definitely caused me to consider a lot of the purchases from them. But like this particular one, I'd probably be in just because I love Defensor. I love the character.
Right.
So it's like I kind of want to collect as much Defensor stuff as I can. But yeah, for like anything else, be like, yeah, it really is gonna have to grab me. Like the Scorpion Knock, no doubt, I'm in on. Like the same thing.
Right.
It's a huge purchase, but I'm sold. So
right.
But that's what it's gonna take. It's gonna take that and like the Computron. I'm like, that's not scratching the itch the same as the other stuff that I feel I need to buy into this set. Now, if I could do it in the individuals and stuff, sure, but that
Did you see the Piao transformation of the Computron stuff?
No, I didn't even bother looking at it because I was worried if I saw something I'd get tempted. So.
It's very simple.
Yeah,
very very simple.
See, and stuff like that. That doesn't scream like $400.
Exactly.
That screams $200 gift set, $250, because the half the fun with the third party stuff, and what really kind of sunk me into supporting the third party market, was the fact that hey, look, this is $60 for a figure that is essentially a little taller than a Scout and a little shorter than a Deluxe, but at the same time, this little guy's transformation is a hell of a lot more complex than the latest Deluxe release.
And especially with this project, like it's new. Like they do new engineering, like shit you've never seen before.
Yeah, and when you get right down to it, you get used to it. Like with my Fans Project Minotaur, I have fun disassembling them, making them into robots, and then putting them back together. Like I have fun with the puzzle aspect of these toys. But seeing that 4-minute review for a fucking third party limb.
Right.
Didn't really sell me on. I really needed that, and then these are just basically screaming the same thing to me.
Well, even with like simplified transformations and stuff, I can still get behind it, but I would have just so much preferred if they did the same thing they did with Giant, 2 limbs, and then since we only have 5 members versus 6, 3 sets, 2 limbs for each set, and then the leader.
Yep.
But
that's not going to happen because that makes sense.
Yeah.
So moving on, Maki Toys Mech Manga series Rear End, also known as Tailgate. There were jokes about this the last episode, right? Because
no, we didn't know about this.
Yeah, we didn't know about this.
And I am excited.
Did he build Snake Day too?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm excited.
This is going to be good.
So that means Wind Charger's coming too?
No.
No?
Hush you.
Well, I don't know if
Who do you think we'll get?
Well, you know what? I would love this to be a 2-pack where you get Tailgate and another Rewind. But one that changes into a data stick.
Right.
Yeah.
Get it? So that way, now everyone's Function X, Chrome Dome can carry around Rewind.
Yeah, that would be nice. But the
wrong?
I think
yeah. Oh yeah.
What was
That's
funny,
what we need. That's what I was kind of hoping we'd see the
guy
reveals.
that I was talking to last year, he said that Rung was one of the most requested figures that they do, and he said he wasn't sure why nobody had jumped on it yet.
The one thing I can say about this, I don't know if it'll be a great figure, but I do know that unlike the Swerve, I won't have any argument saying that the tailgate of this is better than the Hasbro release.
Oh,
right.
Hasbro tailgate. That's a piece of crap.
Right,
Did I tell you guys I sold mine today?
No.
Tailgate for full retail too. Hopefully that guy doesn't listen to the show, but what a fucking sucker.
I don't
Meanwhile,
remember
at that
if I
guy's
posted
house,
mine
son
on
of
the
a
review.
bitch.
Unsubscribe.
I'm giving him negative feedback on this cafe. I'll teach him.
That doesn't matter. If you see my feedback in the cafe, it's like 200. I'm like fucking Vegeta.
Yeah, I think that I don't know. I think this will be good. It'll be cheap. You know what I mean? Relatively cheap. This would be like a easy, an easy grab.
Yeah, I think it'll.
$30.
I think it'll turn out to be a nice, fun figure, just like Swerve and Gears.
Exactly.
Oh, is this not going to be a 2-pack?
Well, they haven't announced the second one.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm excited to see the second one though. I hope it is a 2-pack, man, because I love that.
Except
I love those figures.
Yeah, I do too. Who would they repaint this into though?
No, I don't know.
Like Antoine said, probably Wind
No,
Charger.
that's a Hasbro move. I would be like,
or at least make up pipes so he could get so you can line him up with the MMC Nova Lord and he gets your shit stopped.
That's the first thing that popped in my mind. Let's see what would be the other one.
I guess it would be Wind Charger though, but it just doesn't seem right. I mean, I see it.
Another mold?
Yeah, I mean, I hear you, but that's it's all about making money, right?
It should be wrong or it should be Rewind, one or the other.
Yeah, I don't think you see anybody cry about that.
Nope. Could be wrong or could be right.
So, moving on to stuff that could be wrong or right, depending on your outlook. Perfect Effect revealed at TFcon their Lio Convoy, which they delightfully named Leonidas, whatever, Leonidas.
300.
I'm in.
Nope. I mean,
I want it because I own the Takara and I liked it, but it didn't scream, it was such a floppy nightmare mess. And I look at this and I'm just like, yeah, this is it. This is what I'm
No, I thought you were about to say I had the Takara and it just didn't scream Leo Convoy.
No, it was Leo Convoy, but it was a mess. It just was flopped everywhere, and I was.
What is Leo Convoy from?
Beast Wars
Neo.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Neo, he's in Neo to a certain extent.
I just want to jump back to our first story for a second. I would like to say I'd rather get 5 of these and strap them together and make Voltron than the KFC toy.
I like this. I have the original Leo Convoy, and I like him. And this one looks, I like him. He will probably stay in robot mode. The alt mode is kind of iffy, but I do like him in robot mode a lot better.
Yeah, he's not too much. I was saying I wish people would make third parties from other or third party figures.
Oh yeah, Beast Wars. Yeah,
and
I don't.
Yeah, dude, that definitely. Well, you don't.
Oh, stop! You let
I
one
don't-
show sit there and traumatize you.
Well, see,
What,
here's the
turn
thing.
to Batman and fight crime because Beast Wars? Come on.
But I'm
I
happy.
like.
I'm happy because it'll
This
give my
show-
wallet a break.
I'm buying this.
I like
this.
Beast the American show, but my favorite toys were always Japanese ones.
Yeah.
So
I'm a big Beast Force fan, so I like this. I'm in for it.
I like the Beast Wars. I like the whole ordeal. I like the show. I like some of the American figures, but I think the Japanese ones, like Greg said, were just a lot better. And
I love that third party Greg.
I would buy this. I totally would invest in this.
I think if they do this one, they're going to do the Megatron with the dragon. It looks like the big dildo when he transforms into the big purple driller.
That's Galvatron.
Oh, Galvatron, my bad.
Yeah, he's a big.
God, you are such a noob.
God, whatever happened to my Galvatron? I used to have one of those.
You sold it to me.
Oh, that's
And
right.
I sold it.
I think I'd be
What?
interested.
Does that make you angry?
No, I still have the box if the motherfucker wants to buy it. He can buy the box for $20 for me.
I think
Sorry.
I'd be in on this guy if his price is good. If his price is outlandish, then
He's
I
got to be
don't
at least
really need him.
100.
yeah. If he
Every-
stays close to 100, though, like if we're not talking like, I don't know if I would go Warden prices on him personally, but if they
That's
stick,
the only thing that.
I say between 90 and 100. Yeah, maybe.
yeah, if they stick around there, I think I'd get him because he's cool. I like that incarnation of Lio Convoy and whatever another
If
prime
he
to
gets
add to the show.
if he gets up to 150, that's probably a pass for me then.
Yeah.
But if he stays around $100, yeah, I can see myself getting him.
Yeah, he's
He looks
definitely
good. He looks cool. Like he looks like I don't know anything about him, but he looks visually interesting.
Yeah.
So if I were like a fan of this kind of stuff, like if I were you guys, if that are more so into this, like I think that I would put my like brakes on at like 150 because I think it looked great, but I mean you guys heard me. I had to ask who the fuck it was. I don't know.
Well, for
So
me, it's
we
like
got-
the same thing as like the Make Toys Nova Prime or whatever. Like I thought that looked pretty darn awesome, but the price was just too much for what I would be willing to pay for that figure, So,
Right.
And this is the
But
same
now,
type of thing.
what if the MMC one ended up being 150?
I think I could excuse it more just because of
Yep.
the uniqueness of the
Yep.
mold.
I'm with you.
So yeah, and I kind of like how that one's
and
looking.
The size is going to be bigger. You're going to get
Right.
a little bit more bang. Yeah.
Exactly. I just feel like the Make Toys one took so much, and I don't want to say that the engineering wasn't different to an extent, but largely it was a knocked off, at least base mold. So
Right.
Easy with the KO before the guy chokes on his Mountain Dew and starts clacking away at his keyboard.
well, I know someone's gonna make that argument, but if the transformation scheme is exactly the same, like look at half the KOs that are out there. Like the whole top pieces and everything gets remolded, but the core thing is still that same previous toy. So you don't call that a knockoff. Everybody calls that a knockoff. Those the Dinobots that came out with like wings and stuff, not the Diaclone ones. The actual there were KOs of them with wings and whatever. That was still knockoffs. So
Right. I'm
I
with
want to
you.
hear what y'all say about the next thing.
So next, another revealed by Perfect Effect is Deathstalker, their version of Scorponok.
Too late?
Yep. Too late.
I knew
Too
it
late.
would be like,
Too late.
like-
Sorry, buddy.
There's nothing we can
Sorry.
say. It's like,
I was.
You know what's
with
funny though? Like a week ago, we were like,
Yeah.
"Fuck yeah!" Like, I'm definitely buying this. Oh man, how big is it going to be if we have a size comparison?
Oh yeah.
It's like we have a size comparison now, and it's way too small.
Yeah.
Yep. I was
This one
with
looks
them.
like a little baby.
I was with them. They had me. And they could have got this
It's
motherfucker
too
out.
late.
Yep. Too late. Sorry.
Shit.
Sorry. I got $400 I got to save.
I think it looks
Take it.
good. I think it looks great next to Warden, but I'd rather save the money and get one Scorponok than two. So, and I'm gonna save for the one that I think is better, which is
This guy bores me. You guys want to move
Big
on?
boy.
Yeah, we should. Anyway,
What's sad is that we were all kind of excited. You know what I mean?
Well,
it's sad.
this guy is
I
still
mean,
gonna
look,
have a
look,
market.
It's
Like
for the cheap. It's for the cheaper. Just like the Ultra Magnus. The Citizen Stack and the MP. You know, when MP everybody thought was like $300 something. You know, Citizen Stack was just, you know, it was good enough. You know, and plus it was cheaper. Well, you know, if this one's going to be cheaper, and you know, it will be good enough for the people that want a Scorponok.
True. Right, and I think it's going to go well with the people who are happy with Warden as their Fort Max and want a Scorponok to, you know, go against that, and the Fans Project Headmasters, and I'm okay with that. Like, I am sort of in that camp. I just really like the Make Toys one better. So, like, I don't fault anyone who would say I want this one be for any of those reasons, but, you know, for me, I'm not going to spend the money on it.
Is this the first time Metro looking at a headmaster?
Well, it depends. I mean, Make Toys is Fans Project. You know what I mean? So people can say whatever the fuck they want about it, but you know, no, they separated. If you look closely, they separated in 2012. Okay, all right, fine. They separated in 2012.
One is at 33.6 thousandths of a centimeter, while the other one is 33.5 thousandths of a centimeter. Stop being such an ignorant asshole, baby. Right. Come here, kids. Come here.
But anyway, so you know, yes, it's their first one, and no, it's it is and it isn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not their first rodeo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of first rodeo, here's a company I never heard of. DX9. They are announcing a Scourge.
I think you have heard of them.
Shell Former Extreme.
Yes, it is a Legends class. It's a Legends class figure.
What?
Oh, the Scourge is Legends?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh shit!
Oh man!
Oh well.
Hey, look who's co-signing on these mittens, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
like
just saying.
I will be more than happy to read that quick FAQ. I've got a voice in mind.
Yeah, it's Legends class, so like it's obviously it is what it is. If you need a third party Legends Scourge, well, congrats! Today's your day.
There are a lot of Legends collectors.
Away uncontrollably because this is your fucking day.
You know, but
it didn't.
Go ahead.
That didn't even strike me as being that funny until you said it like that, and then it just fucking hit me like, who the fuck? Like you can say who the fuck wants this, but like, there's that one guy that's like, yes, it's my birthday, time to blow out the candles.
Well, it's real interesting because this is all like spawned from the Generations Metroplex and everybody displaying him with, your Legends. So it's kind of like Legends has got sort of a resurgence because of that. So I can see people who want this. I don't, but I can see it,
Mom, I told you I was lucky.
Well, then, they could get that eye from Dr. Wu with a Metroplex eye or whatever.
And the other thing about with Scourge being Shell Former Extreme, like, well, what else do you do to make the wings on the back that are clearly the alt mode, even in the cartoon? Like, at its core, he's Shell Former, so, I don't know. That's that's the same people to me that complain about combiner parts for a combiner.
Yeah, but you can get a little bit creative with the wings.
No,
there is room for some creativity in there.
I don't know.
Legends class.
Look, bottom line, this piece of garbage did not need to be fucking made. That's all I'm saying about this. All right, you need a fucking Legends class Scourge. Like, I don't know, a stripper needs to catch shingles. Okay, it doesn't make any sense to fucking have this thing in your goddamn collection. If your whole existence in a Transformer fandom nowadays, since the release of the floppy-legged freaking Generations Metroplex, is to have Legends class figures that go fucking run around and pretend to fight on them, congrats. Take the gun out of your mouth. You've earned a reason to live. But this does not fucking enthrall me, nor does it interest me, and I would like us to fucking move on because it really is the worst fucking idea.
Hey, Oscar.
Or something I've ever had. Don't interrupt me, Matthew.
Oscar, pre-ordered.
Hey, but real quick before we move on, because we're going to be talking about some more DX9 stuff. It apparently is unique. It either is Unique Toys or it's the guy that was designing.
It's a manufacturer. Unique Toys name is
actually.
Okay, go ahead, Greg.
Oh, I was just going to say, actually, DX9's the design group. Unique Toys does their production. I mean, you don't see DX9 on or you don't see Unique Toys on Star Wars box.
Okay.
Anywhere out the box for that matter. Get me another Mountain Dew.
Actually, it's Mount Lion.
Oh,
So-
right. I'm sorry. Mountain Holler.
So anyway,
So
else?
yeah,
What's
it's
next on
Splinter. It's fucking Wreck-Gar from the DX series, and yeah, he looks pretty fucking sweet. He really does.
Mountain.
I'll have him. He's
I'll have him.
pre-ordered.
And he's a hero.
Hashtag pre-order.
Hashtag not interested. I'm
Yeah,
Really?
hashtag gives a shit.
hashtag I would rather have Salamore. Just saying. So,
You're not interested in a nice
You're
red
not
car?
in on
Nah.
this,
no.
Mister. Anything Unique Toys puts out, I'm on board for.
I didn't say that.
I just don't see.
You did?
I
Said
don't
that you said that should do a company that anything they put out, you can sign me. I'm on board for it.
Yeah,
Do y'all,
in
really,
this-
do y'all really like that style of motorcycle for the alt mode for Wreck-Gar? Really? I don't really like that. It doesn't look like Wreck-Gar.
I can appreciate that, Matt. I can appreciate that. However, like
The robot mode's good.
I'm not as particular about the alt mode as I am about the bot mode.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I get
If
that too. I get that.
If it's in the same ballpark in the bot mode, I can forgive.
The bot mode I
can
like.
forgive
The
it.
bot mode. Yeah. If I would buy it for the bot mode, but
Right.
I just don't see that motorcycle as Wreck-Gar. It just doesn't look like Wreck-Gar to me. But
You know what it looks like? A repainted Salamore.
Well,
That's what it
ding
looks
ding
like.
ding ding.
Yeah, well, but it's got like
Yeah,
some,
and originally this came first. Yeah, I fucking get it, but Salamore looks a lot better, and I'm not interested. So.
Yeah, I think Salmore looks a lot better in alt mode. And then, but he has a good a robot mode too. So, but I just Wreck-Gar for this just looks better in robot mode.
This figure makes me long
See,
for the animated Wreck-Gar. That's what it does.
The thing for me though, well, because he's a garbage truck. The thing for me is I don't like GoBots. So I don't have a GoBot collection. I have a Transformers collection. So I'm going to pick the Transformer over the GoBot.
Well,
That's me,
actually, GoBots came out first before Transformers.
Yeah.
So, excuse me while I go huff down a handful of Jack Doritos.
Hey, GoBots aren't even bots. They're cyborgs from the planet Gobatron. So,
Yeah, but Cybertron sounds a lot like it, okay? So, again, TFs are nothing but fucking knockoffs.
Hey, Rough Lord.
Where's Jack
sound
Doritos?
You sound like a whore.
All you gotta say is Rough Lords. That's all you gotta
You
say.
sound like Paris Hilton's used tampon.
okay, fuck it.
You
I win.
I've got to do it. I've got to do it. If you don't want to get this Wreck-Gar, I'm pretty sure you can find upgrade pieces on Shapeways.
Shapeways.
Like Shapeways Wreck-Gar, so that you can Shapeways your
Shapeways.
collection with a few Shapeways accessories made by Shapeways.
And then
or
add
Hey.
it's like mittens on it, and then you'll be fine.
Shapeways / mittens.
Also, to
Are there still made Japan kits out there somewhere that have been made up that people are waiting on?
I want to clarify because I feel I need to my stance on the I am in for unique toy stuff, all of it
All right,
or
go
whatever. It's not I'm in for every single thing.
wait,
I'm
time-
at least
time
in for what's that?
Put your hands on your. I want you to put your hands on your hips when you say it.
That's goodness. No. But what I'm saying is like, I'm in for their molds and stuff, and like, it's just like Fans Project. I didn't need Rack and Ruin, but I'd like to have pretty much
I got
every
you.
Fans Project mold. So in this case, I'd rather have Salamore than this Wreck-Gar. I don't know, if I really like Salamore, I might be in to put it on Masterpiece, but I feel like, I don't know, I think I'd want Wreck-Gar to be a little bit bigger on a Masterpiece shelf. That's all. So,
Justin,
just me.
this is a DX mold, not a Unique Toys mold. Okay?
Good point.
Whatever.
Good point.
So,
What do y'all think of Crasher?
Oh,
I
boy.
think Crasher looks pretty fucking cool.
I hope the head isn't exactly like that, but let me say that to say this. I'm in. I want to. Crasher was my favorite character as a kid, as a
Yeah.
GoBot.
So-
I don't know, and I don't know if it's the ambiguousness about the sexuality when I was a kid that interests me about it, but whatever. I like it now. So
You fapped to her, didn't you?
I did.
You dirty bitch.
I
You
never really
fapped-
knew if it was a her or not.
That's a yes. if
I
ever
remember
heard
sitting
one.
on my front porch, like with kids, like as a kid, like on the front stoop, saying, like, "Is it?
Man, I would fuck
Think.
that race car.
You think it's a chick? Like,
I think
know.
it's a
It
chick.
kind of sounds like a chick. I know, but it can't be a chick. I know it can't be a chick.
It's
but
totally a chick because Turbo wanted to hit that.
Yeah.
You know-
And I know my GoBot shit, all right? That's just...
you
I
know
don't
what
even
I
know
was,
if I ever watched like more than one episode.
you know what I was thinking, Bobby? I had mentioned to you because when I saw this, I was like, "Who the hell is DX9, and why are they doing GoBots now?" And then that's when I realized that, like, oh well, Salamore is labeled DX9, who was previously Unique Toys or whatever.
Right.
And I was like, oh, well, I guess the face will probably be fixed. But I'm actually wondering if the face is terrible or if it's just that, like, triangular crisscross background that's making it look worse.
It's that CAD design. It's like 3D Studio Max for dummies, and they just started using the program.
But the background also has that horrible, like triangle thing going on, and I don't think that that's doing any favors to making the face look unfinished. So I don't know.
I think the mold looks slick. Like it looks solid. It looks tight and concise, and like I'm in.
I'll get it. So.
Yeah, doesn't that mold sort of look like classic Mirage? And apparently the answer is yes, it does, because this jackoff thinks he's a fucking authority on everything.
I'm getting that motherfucker too. When they repaint this into Mirage, pre-ordered.
Yeah.
I like the Crasher from the Mirage, anyways, from the other one. So.
Are you gonna get this, Matt?
I don't know. Is it deluxe?
No, this is gonna be a Voyager.
Voyager?
I'm guessing.
I like it. I mean, like I said, I had the other one, the Mirage Recolor from the Classics line. But I might be in for this. I don't know. I'm not really a big GoBot fan, but
it looks like a good figure. It's got some good posability. Again, doggy style, missionary.
Yeah.
First cowgirl.
I want to see the alt mode. I want to see what it looks like in.
No, dude. Oh my god. If you go to for me, like I'm looking through the comments and I got to page 3. And like I'm looking at like the Classics Crasher, and
you don't like it?
No, I'm sorry. I have it as what you call it, drag strip,
fracture, whatever it's called. It's
the
named
drag
fracture.
strip.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, it was Mirage, and then it drag stripped, and then it hit this.
I have a Stunnicon one.
I have this toy. I have the fracture version. I like the fracture version. I think it was a cool repaint. That said, I have no problems replacing it with a better one, and I do hope that this has the GoBot alt mode and not the F1 Racer, which is the one thing that kind of will worry me a little bit for Mirage. But if it's good enough, then and it fits in with Masterpiece cars, so long as Car hasn't done one, then I'm okay with it probably.
My guess is that it will be a Mirage car.
I kind of hope not. I hope not.
I hope not too. But just looking at the feet, looking at the chest, I'm guessing it's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, it looks very suspicious, like it will, but I hope not. But I'll deal with it if I have to. So.
Right. All right. Oh, here we go. We're getting close.
Here we go. Finally, the good section. We got past all that garbage earlier. No offense, Crasher looks great, but fucking Scourge. So our good friends at Masterminds Creation has finally announced at TFcon, and from what we see so far, those motherfuckers are manning up and doing the Decepticon Justice Division. And of course, enter Kamatas or whatever. It's fucking
is that
Turmoil. It's Turmoil.
It's Turmoil?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
7.5 inches tall. Yeah.
Metal Slug inspired.
It's a video game. Renovated transformation design. Tank turn can rotate 45 degrees each side or 360 with the pistons unplugged. The pistons, motherfucker. That's what they're talking about. Yeah. Looking badass.
I'm in for all these.
Oh yeah. But
I love Mastermind Creations. Like, I don't think that, like, I think that they're one of the top dogs, but I don't think they're like as sophisticated as Fans Project. I don't think that they're as like overall perfect as, say, a Fans Toys. But like the choices that they make and the way they go about doing it, I love them.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
I like Fans Toys. Like, it was nice to meet, talk to the guy, through email, whatever, have a little chat back and forth. That was very cool. And like, Fans Project, I'm sure it'd be the same ways. But like, I want to get drunk with these guys.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
If Fans Project was a chick you dated, you kind of hang around the morning after, and you're like, hey,
right.
How about a nice foot rub before you go to work? You are amazing.
Mastermind, she's already out the door. Like, call me if you want another good time. Like,
you've been stored as contact information. That's
right. Like, she's like, and then you're like, you don't want to stick around? She's like, no, I got shit to do. Like, she's like, I don't know. I love fucking Mastermind. And the fact that they're fucking ballsy enough to even attempt like an electric chair transformer,
Which
Yes.
more information about this guy will be released at TFcon in Chicago, gentlemen.
Very
Really?
excited.
Uh-oh.
Yep. More info will be provided at TFcon Chicago. We
Yeah,
are
I'm sure
still
they're gonna bring out some new stuff out for Chicago.
Wait, who's going to be at TFcon in Chicago?
Wait, stop.
Oh, that's right, Shattered Cast.
Yeah, that's right. But they said that. Did they say that more information is going to be about this guy, or did they say this guy's going to be available?
more information
No,
will be
more-
provided
more
at
information.
More ovation. No,
Chicago.
he won't be
We are
available.
still working on the design, so you'll probably get the first peek at robot modes. So
All right, nice. I don't know. It's and like we talk all the time on the show about how oh, here we go again with 8 fucking companies making Dinobots or 10 fucking companies making whatever. Like, I think they learned from the Predacon thing, and like nobody else is doing this. You know what I mean? And they found this niche, and they're gonna be able to run with it all the way to the end.
yeah, until TFC copies them. Is that hey, look, we got them too.
Yeah, but
They're
like
called
a
the evil Judge Bros, and they change into
See,
a
nobody else
Hummer.
do that.
Well, and I think that, like, we joked before about how MMC was a company that when someone else announced something, they're like, oh, wait, look what we're doing.
Right.
Wait, and then they didn't do it. I'm thinking this is their response to the Fans Project Wreckers call.
Yeah, I can see
How,
that.
like, I mean, the DJD is the Decepticon Wreckers,
Right.
basically, right?
Right.
And who's doing the Wreckers exclusively, and who's exclusively doing the DJD,
Right.
and looks to be doing a fucking bang out job of it.
Yeah.
I mean, how many Transformers do you have that turn into chairs?
Right. I mean, it's
I don't have
insane.
any. I mean, I technically have one that turns into a toilet, but that's a fan mode.
Yeah,
So-
I think this is awesome. Like, on both of them, I think the Metal Slug type tank is like perfect for a Cybertronian vehicle. It's not a realistic alt mode. It's gonna draw people in who are a fan of it. It can look kind of funky because, again, not an Earth alt mode. Like, I love it. I think it's awesome, and I'm super excited for this chair. And I want to know what figure can I put in there. Like, what is going in
Right.
my little electric chair?
Oh, do you have Sky Shadow? Do you have the Generation Sky Shadow?
Yep, I do.
Yeah.
No, that's a perfect figure that goes with the fiction.
Right, but
Ah.
what I'm saying is, will he fit and stuff? Like, I want that. I want to see this put out as an Autobot, and I want to see a little Chip Chase. That's what I'm saying. Cybertronian wheelchair,
It's so it's so ambitious, like in my opinion. This is different. It's new. You can't cover this up with door panels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't know. I tip my hat to them. I really do.
me too. I'm totally in on both of these guys, without a doubt. So,
And the sniper rifle or whatever they want. They showed him a while back.
A Vox. Well, the one that I didn't think was...
Yeah. Voss. Or is it Voss or I don't know.
It's a Vox. It's a Vox or
I thought
Vox?
their names-
I thought it was Vox. Yeah, whatever. That guy. That dude with the needle face.
Yeah, needle face.
Man, I hope the toy fucking has that feature. You pull the face off and it's a little fucking Iron Maiden kind of deal.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure it out. Like, obviously, like the legs are where the chair folds and the torso is up there and the arms are like those little bits there. I don't know. I'm interested to see a lot more of this.
A chair with tank treads.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it. I think it's gonna be.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. And then we got
I'll wait on the fucking Tarn.
yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
know. You know they're gonna say that for last. The Striker, we just got a silhouette of. So now, rest assured, listeners, you don't have to buy a bullshit knockoff. You can actually get a legit original mold. So hold your money, hold your horses, buy a superior product, and be happy.
And for the person who's typing that, it has different tooling, it's not a knockoff. Again, with that argument, they have KO in their name. They know what it is themselves. Admit it to yourself.
Right.
I just want to say, I think it was last week's show or something. Anyways, I'm all about Hasbro. Go figure. And the new RC, I'm really excited to come out. But looking at these pics right now, and what they showed at BotCon, this RC looks pretty fucking sweet.
Yep.
I mean, I have to. I may just go pre-order this in a minute because I did not look at it, I guess, well enough to appreciate it. But now, just looking at the bot pics of it and just the back package is it's smooth down the back. I mean, it just looks like you don't have a backpack at all, really.
Yep.
And I may have to pre-order her. And if the other ones are just like her, man. And I've heard there's a rumor that they might actually combine, but I doubt they will. But
What?
yeah, I've heard there's rumor. It's just rumors. I just read some stuff. It's not. I don't really care if they do or not.
Perioditron.
These look pretty fucking sweet, though.
What happened with that is someone saw the picture of the four the fembots, and they had Strika, an outline in the same, grouped in the same picture. And they're like, oh, look at the bigger bot. It's a core bot. It's going to be an all-female combiner.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's just that. But anyways.
Extra John.
Extra John.
That'd be crazy.
I actually would be it. I would get the Paradron Medic NRC if that was the only way I could make Extra John.
I would get Strika if I could make an Extra John.
Yeah. I really want to get the RC and stuff, but I don't really need another RC, and that's why I'm still in for probably the Feral Queen when that happens. Just because it'd just be a reason to get the mold that's not RC. And other than that, everything else aside from the Paradron Medical, I just don't care about.
We got pictures of the Fembots too, and but we've kind of talked about them before, and we got some questions I want to make sure we answer from people. So.
Yeah, all I know is that Alita 1's pre-ordered because Optimus needs to tag something.
Where did you pre-order her from?
I'm getting all of them. I was holding out, and I just said, "Fuck it, who am I kidding?" I got them all. Pre-ordered them. There's 2 up for pre-order now, right? So I got those, and then I'll get the other ones. I'm
in for RC. I don't know about the other ones, but I will definitely get RC.
Yeah, it's a done deal. Actually, I'm kind of interested in this bit, the atomic robot. But I don't know.
They look really interesting.
Yeah. There's a lot of fluff here. You know what I mean? There's a lot of marketing into the way they show these images. But if they can tear down a couple of the Wizard's curtain, and really let me take a look at these figures, I might be in for both of these. I'm not going to get Drift, but I might be in for both of these. The Bonzatron and the...
Not Drift.
Yeah,
they're doing a drift of they're doing a drift, bludgeon, and a... What'd you say?
No, it's not Drift.
It's Yokotron or something like that. It's not.
It's not Drift?
Yeah, it looks like Drift. It looks a hell of a lot like the white Drift, but it's Yokotron, I think.
Yeah. Who is Yokotron?
He's Transformers.
Is the master of Prowl from the animated line.
I don't know. I think I could be in for Bludgeon, or probably not both of them, but either Bludgeon or whatever the other guy's name is. I can't think of it. Matt? Bonzatron, yeah. I think I might be more in for Bonzatron, to be honest.
Wasn't Yokotron voiced by George Takei in the animated line?
I believe so.
Yes.
The series?
He was.
Yeah.
In that one episode that they did flashbacks of him.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, this is interesting. The bold form Megatron.
Okay.
Bold form has caught my attention now. Because the fucking gun is a fucking legit
regular
looking gun.
Yeah.
That's not a legit gun.
Remember,
that's a legit assault rifle. Thing's huge, man.
This is the Nazi company there, remember?
Yes. This is the Nazi company that hurts people's feelings.
Making it even better that he's a fucking German gun. That's what I'm saying.
But obviously the gun is not accurate, right? I don't know why they would have made that choice, but I can forgive it if it's scaled right.
22 centimeters into inches. Justin, go.
22. Yeah. Who's got a good call.
I got something called Google.
Yeah.
And Google.
Look. I ain't got time to type that. I'm hosting. Okay?
8.6 inches.
What up?
Nobody got time for that.
Almost 9 inches.
8 inches.
Yeah, 8.5.
That's a big bitch.
Oh,
how tall is Optimus? How tall is MP10?
He's 10. He's about 12.
God,
MP10.
No, he's 10.
No?
10.
Yeah.
He's 10 inches. He's leader.
Fucking bitch.
Well, Bobby,
he's not going to scale with Masterpiece.
Fuck this thing, then.
You're not gonna get a fucking MP10 class fucking Megatron anytime soon. As far as I'm concerned, like, it's not gonna happen. Everyone's gonna go for Voyager. Or
why, when you already got Hegemon?
I don't know, because they bring in Sand to the fucking beach. You don't just have Hegemon. You also have that fucking Cybertronian tank version of Megatron they're doing.
Right.
Yeah, that looks more interesting than this personally.
Mega Steel or whatever it is, and so you have that being released. So they're doing this also to say, "Oh, hey, look at us, so we can do it too." Hail Decepticons! Fucking trolling it. I don't care.
I just pictured like fucking Asian Matt, like sitting in his little fucking dojo. Like, I just share gods.
Because it's like the Asian third party version of you, Matt. So like instead of saying like "Hail Hasbro," he's saying like "Hail the boot firm."
Hail the boot firm and the massive Megatron. I mean the Dark Emperor Gladius. That's so good.
Oh shit!
Good grief!
Hey,
yeah.
Breaking news! Breaking news! Toho just showed a picture of the combiner, man.
No shit.
Which one?
Oh
shit! That one. That motherfucker.
All right, let me
Of
find
the
it.
throttle
Crazy,
box?
man.
The throttle box
Yeah,
combiner?
throttle box, man. Yeah.
Finally?
Where's the link? Where's the link?
Antoine, what are you doing? Put it in the chat.
Why would you cock tease with us without you putting the chat first? Fucking chocolate
Look,
sexual bear you.
I just want to make a point to everybody listening. This is how fucking real it is. We're in the middle of doing a show about the biggest reveals of the fucking year, and our news guy looking for news. It never fucking stops. Right?
Where's the link?
Not like he's taking a test online or anything. He's actually doing his job and then some dedication.
Hold on.
Dedication. And so, penis.
Right.
Vagina.
All right, let's move on, and Antoine will get back.
Apparently,
Never mind.
The
While
Minnesota-
Antoine's getting us a photo, we could talk about it to you guys, and then of course our good friend Justin's going to edit it on there for the for when we upload this bad boy to Crap-O-Matic, and then of course to our YouTube channel, you'll see the awesomeness, hopefully the awesomeness of this combiner. Apparently, the Dark Empty Emperor here, Gladius, whatever his name is, also has a second mode, which is what looks like a tank. It's a concept like silhouette, so it may not even happen, but it looks like it's.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Not sure how that would work because it's a gun. Like there you go. Yeah, they have non-silhouette images of this shit of it being a tank. But it looks okay, but it's not a Hegemon.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know,
it's like have MP10 make somebody a complimentary sized Megatron. That's all we need.
Please.
I didn't think it'd be this hard. I think there would be like 8 third parties working at this at the same time, like some fucking Dinobots, but no.
Right. It's unbelievable.
They're too busy sitting there showing scale of their newest creation next to a pack of fucking.
Shit! Sorry, I found the picture.
Breaking news.
Since we don't have the link yet, I'm about to post it in the chat.
All right.
Damn, this shit's kind of fucking. Man,
Greg,
I don't know.
That, we'll go ahead and just. Oh look! Hey, look! Bold Form's Menosaur. Great. So is this guy a WST or what? Am I supposed to be enthralled by this?
Well, here, are we all agreeing that the Menosaur doesn't combine? Like, it
I
doesn't,
don't
like,
think
it
so.
doesn't transform and all that shit. Like, now is Motor Master going to transform? Because didn't we see pictures of him looking, or no? Or is he going to go from Motor Master? He's going to go from Motor Master to combined form, and that's it.
I think so. I think that's kind of what it looks like.
Okay.
So.
All right, fuck this thing.
Yeah, so no one gives 2 shits. It's great. Awesome. Oh my. So all right, I'm looking at the image right now, the combined form of the throttle bots. And wow, that's unique.
Wish I didn't sell my
Your
God.
hard
That is sick, man. That shit is sick.
Wow.
I mean, it's not cheating at all, but goddamn, that looks
nice.
This gets
that's pretty
very
cool.
good kudos from me because this is a completely original concept. Even though Justin and I joked about their gold bug looking like jazz, but this looks very, very cool. Very cool.
This isn't something
So
that
wait.
I thought I was going to want, the combined mode. Like, I wanted the throttle bots, and the combined mode was like, whatever. But
Whatever. Yep.
this is looking
Hey,
pretty
Justin.
cool. So,
Justin.
yes, sir.
Same Z's.
Yeah?
Same Z's.
Definitely.
God
This
damn.
I think it looks
Hey.
like shit.
Go back.
Dumbass,
Go.
bro.
You crazy, yo. You crazy.
And look, hey,
This is no ruination from Fall of Cybertron, bitch.
Right, it's not.
they're taking the Lyokaiser route, and it's 6 bots, and they got 2 bots making up the torso and the crotch.
Yeah, it's like
That
because
is,
it's like
that is
puzzle,
really,
right?
really. This is what I call the definition of innovation. Okay, they went ahead and they made a combiner out of a group of guys that were not a combiner, to the point where they took their sweet time to where people like myself were saying, "Hey, dude, how about you stop fucking releasing headmasters and finish up your combiner?" To the point where even I was saying, I even think it's gonna be a fucking combiner because someone, you guys remember that photo they posted where someone put the MMC Predaking hand on Trace, and Tory
Oh,
Ward
yeah,
laughed.
yeah,
They were like,
yeah,
laugh.
yeah.
They put ROR, Ralph Altareld. So then I see this, and I'm just like, damn, dude. I really wish I would have gone up and above and beyond for Aurora.
Yep. Looks like
And I wish
will
I
be
never sold
buying
my hard
Goldbug.
Yep.
I wasn't
You mean-
planning on it, but
Gold Jazz.
Gold Jazz, yeah.
Justin, our fucking patience paid off.
Yep.
So
You know what
it's-
sucks about this?
Huh?
You know what I sold my hardbone to buy? Or my Grand Rod to buy?
What?
I don't even fucking remember.
Oh man.
Something that
You
you've had and you sold at a loss, right? That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
No, I sold him and my MMC Screecher and for something, and I don't even remember what it was. It was some third party thing, but I don't remember.
Wow.
Tell yourself, did it for Hercules. All right, it'll feel better.
I didn't do it for Hercules, so.
Good
So,
grief. All right.
cool.
So
Let's
that's
get
we
to
all
this
agree that
next
that's
one.
fucking awesome.
That is, yeah. So let's
No
just get this
nonsense.
next guy. These guys seriously get too much fucking attention. KFC, they did a Scorponok fucking pinch tapes. Yeah, great. They look like
Yeah.
shit.
And,
Uh,
and
it's right.
here comes KFC bringing up the rear in the Scorponok fucking department.
Man, fuck that big ass fucking thing. I want these fucking tapes. Yes. Fuck all y'all motherfuckers. I'm getting tapes.
Tapes.
You know what? The
This-
sad thing is it's going to sell because people love Soundwave tapes. You know?
And people love cheap shit.
Yeah. These gonna be
People
like
love
15
like,
bucks.
oh,
a
I
piece.
dropped $40 on these 3 tapes. I'm so third party.
I'll tell you what, if I switch to TF Source and I need like $15 more for that free shipping, maybe. Maybe in
Might
like the
pull the
black
trigger.
Zarek color or something like that. Not the Scorponok color, but if I can get generic Scorpion bot for
I'm guessing it's a
Soundwave,
set.
maybe.
I'm guessing it's a set.
You know how interested I am in that KFC set? I'm actually looking at eBay listings right now.
Yeah, I'm guessing you got to buy this as a set because
Yeah.
they know they'll never get rid of the off-color ones.
Yeah, exactly.
No, hell no.
You know what though? It's the off-color ones and not the Scorponok that I want. I don't like the
Right.
Scorponok version.
There's
Yeah,
a huge bid on 2007 Transformer movie toys. A huge lot. That's at $180. I'm impressed. Are we done with that yet? Are we done?
Yeah,
We're good?
we got colored images of Captain Shark. This is not a big deal. We've seen these in the past. This is the one that I'm gonna gamble on and take one for the team if need be.
I'm buying it.
I'm getting
Oh,
it.
are you?
Just like I bought
Oh, okay,
Cyclone.
cool.
Sancho
Because-
Sorry,
Barbosa.
be fired.
There we go.
So,
I like
hey,
his claws.
Who doesn't want
They-
Sancho Barbosa? That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Gay
You are un-Spaniard if you do not want that.
I'm supporting my people.
Exactly.
Apparently,
You know
because
what's-
that is one sweet fucking shark
You know
that
what's
sits
ironic?
there and
He's
can
got
be a
a picture.
spokesperson for malt liquor and Goya food brand.
He's got the picture where he's like kicking ass with the 2 throttle bots,
Fuck is
but he
that?
wouldn't be singing that song if he just saw the picture we saw.
Nope.
Yeah, I know.
You're like, oh,
Is it-
I got the shitty throttle block.
I must go now. It is it's the time. I don't just run away from battle. Sometimes I run from battle crying. That's
So-
a fucked up looking combiner.
Lastly,
Render
for the
Form
third-
did another headset.
Wow.
Great. Yeah, another $400
why?
headset. That's all great. No one cares.
This thing, that shit's what, 5 years old? I mean, come on.
I don't know.
What the
That-
fuck?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I like render form stuff, but why would you make it for toys that you can't really get easily anymore. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that shit's been out 5 years ago.
Yeah. This is an upgrade. I'm just not big on upgrade sets in general. I'm going to go in on the quarter-mile set, I think, but yeah.
That does look pretty sweet.
This is not for me. We got a couple Hasbro things to kind of muscle our way through.
So Takara Toma did Dinobot Minicons. No one cares.
Oh my god, I'd rather get the Mecha Form set.
And Age of Extinction Platinum Edition Autobot gift set. So you can now probably buy the Takara figures at your local Toys R Us, and they'll still be shit because they're all crap, except for Drift. He's got silvers. He's got silver 2x4s.
This is gonna that AOE or the Takara Dinobots is gonna be its own chapter, shortest chapter of Shattercast history. That's all I'm saying. You better have seen that picture real quick.
I think that because I'm trying to fucking get through this. I think that this set will do well, like especially if it comes out around Christmas time. People buying gifts for kids and shit. You know, they'll be like, all right, well, I get 5 in a set for $50 or whatever, blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 100. It's not gonna be $50.
You will already have these, Matthew. Why do you need to get them?
That's how I roll, Oscar. That's how I roll.
Oh my
Are you really gonna get this set?
Yes.
I have heard that if
it's
you
Platinum
want...
Edition. God damn, that's all you gotta say.
But isn't it the same that you already have?
No, it's
Look,
Platinum.
Matthew, don't waste money on this shit. Okay?
I don't know. If I already have all the set, I probably won't get it.
Here's the thing about
all right,
this set.
Starscream statue.
Whoa. Going back to the set real quick.
Okay.
One thing about the set that I understand is that every one of these figures has like a premium paint job versus the ones you can get at the store.
See?
So
it's shiny.
If you want these figures, you shouldn't have wasted your money on the ones in the store right now. That's all.
It's not premium. They're just Takara paint jobs. That's all there is. You just put a little freaking metallic freaking glare on it. That's all.
I don't think so. I think this is it's just going to be better. I don't think it's going to necessarily be metallic, but whatever.
Shut up.
Moving on.
Stop proving wrong.
Shut up.
So the Starscream is going to be ridiculously
$1,750.
It's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be very nice. I mean, Sideshow makes good stuff. If you're into this, I mean, I hate this look for Starscream. I fucking hate it. I really fucking hate it. But the Dorito man. If you like this shit,
I love Starscream. I don't give a fuck what he looks like. I love Starscream.
Yeah, you love him when he looks like a fucking parrot.
I don't fucking get it. Like to me, the more I love something, the more I hate it when somebody fucks it up.
What? I like the movie Starscream. I think he looks good. And this right here, if I had $1,700, see, I still want to live, I still want to be married, and I still want to have a house. I'm not going to get this because I can't afford it. But if I did, I'll fucking get this in a heartbeat.
Don't worry about it. Optimus will buy it. That's for sure.
A statue? Oh, no.
I mean, I like statues, but like I would never. If I was gonna get a statue that was if I had $2,000, I still wouldn't get this shit. Like if I was a billionaire, I still wouldn't get this shit. Like, but if they did this,
I'm a Starscream.
But it was a G1 looking Starscream, or even a Fall of Cybertron looking Starscream, or even a IDW looking Starscream, like the Raptor. If they did this and they had the LEDs like where his like null rays were and all that, like if I was a billionaire, I'd pick it up in a heartbeat. But I think this looks fucking stupid. Yeah. I think that I don't think you can dress this up any which way. It still looks like a fucking Dorito. It looks like a potato
I think the Raptor looks like a ball sack.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Shut up.
I do. I like it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I knew it.
I just had to come back with something.
You are such a bitch. I love you, Matthew.
I know.
See, now moving right along, the Optimus Prime statue.
Now
unnecessary, probably expensive, but I think it looks great.
Yeah, I mean they do. They look good.
It looks fucking awesome. But it's probably going to be way too expensive for me, and like I'm not a statue guy when it comes to Transformers, but I think it looks great. I think that the Starscream statue looks great for that movie Starscream. I just think that movie Starscream is a shit design.
Yeah, I kind of am in the same boat there. Like, I feel like they did this one because it's the most interesting, like, intricate, detailing you can do. Like, an actual, like, old school style Starscream doesn't have any, like, interesting curves and all that stuff going on.
Right.
So this one, by far, aesthetically has the most going on. I just don't think that the movies are so huge that, like, people are going to feel the need to spend the, $1,700 on this toy or statue thing. I don't know.
That's a lot of money, though. God dang.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Did they have a price tag for the Optimus one?
I don't think so yet.
Okay. We have a lot of questions this week from our listeners, which is fucking awesome. Our buddy Greg from Mercy had to bounce. He had a fucking emergency, so we hope that everything is all right over there. And we're gonna go. Marcus A asks, I'm gonna not say the last names, just out of respect for the people, but I would like.
I
a
call him
question
Big Man.
Yeah, and we have some T-shirt news and all that kind of stuff. We're going to talk about that next week. Companies build products differently. Could we, in terms of third party, could we see a set of rules for third party companies, scale, complexity, build quality, in order to put out a better product or give startup companies a bar they have to achieve in order to stay open and relative? I'm guessing that what he means is like a
Quality control?
quality control and like standards set. But like the thing is with third party is that it's kind of like almost like a grassroots kind of thing, and the reason why they're able to do what they're doing is because they have this. There's no holds barred on creatively what they can do. Sometimes that leads to brilliance, and sometimes it leads to absolute failures.
Like that fucking Legends class Scourge.
I mean, they're basically just freeballing. I mean, they're just third party. They're not Hasbro. They're doing whatever they want.
So I think that the only way you can see a standard set is if we, the consumers, decide not to buy that shit. Like if when we see a set of KFC tapes, again, of one mold painted 3 different ways, we just say, you know what? No.
Well, you just look at Impossible Toys. They went out of business because they were shit.
Look at BTS.
You got your cream of your crop. 3 or 4, main third party companies that everybody's going to buy for, no matter what the fuck they put out. And you just got these stragglers. They're just going to, they're eventually just going to, go away.
Yep.
And Bubble's got a purse. That's all.
I think we all agree that we'll never see like a black and white, set of rules.
Yeah.
I don't think.
The only way that you can we the consumer have the power, is just saying no.
Yeah.
Support the good stuff and you'll keep seeing good stuff, and support the trash and you'll keep seeing trash. It's kind of how I feel about it.
Right on.
Then, moving right along, Steve L. Thinking about doing a repaint of one of my MPs. Any of you done one? If done well, does it still ruin the overall value of the figure?
Yes.
It does. You'd have to have a knockout fucking job of a custom to fucking increase the value of your figure. Other than that, it's just a figure with extra paint slapped on it. And God forbid you bust your ass painting that thing and you didn't really seal it the right way or file down where you needed to, because you'll not have paint chips. So that figure you spent the better part of 20 to 25 hours working on meticulously throughout the week is now worth about less than what you paid for it. And that's when you turn into that guy on eBay that's insisting you get $120 for a shitty repaint of Armada Starscream from the Generations line.
Now, what I would say about this is that if this is your first go, definitely start with like a Legends or a Deluxe.
Don't
start. Tiptoe into the game. And
MPs are expensive.
MPs are expensive, and not only that, but I mean, there's a lot of like technique that needs to go into that. Like Oscar was saying, with shaving down shit and making sure that the parts don't rub against each other. Like Incline Designs, I think, has a video about which is a really, really in depth and good look at how to make a good custom. Not everybody's going to have all the tools that he has, like the the airbrushing kits and all that, and the technique that he has with those. But the overall stuff, like sanding down, where joints meet and everything, in order to get the clearance so that paint doesn't rub off and all that kind of stuff. Like, you want to think about that. Now, if you have this ridiculous art skill, Steve, and you know what the fuck you're doing, and you tackle an MP and you paint the fuck out of it and knock it out of the park, you can increase the value of your figure 8-fold.
It don't matter. Somebody out there is going to buy. I mean, it doesn't matter if you look good or not. It just depends
on how nice you are with it. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you guys have seen the MP10 that was painted that, like, you would have sworn, based on, like, taking it at certain angles, it looked like an authentic, like, real semi-truck. Like, no way that guy, if he sold it, wouldn't make his money back. But, the general run-of-the-mill guy is not going to make a bunch of money on it unless you really just, like, hit it out of the park. So
So
like I said, there's always somebody out there that will. I mean, you could sell it for a lot more. There's somebody that could be that look at it and decide that the best piece he's ever seen in the world and pay, how much you want. You just got to you're taking a risk at it, and just,
My advice, and I think Oscar would back me up on it, is start with some smaller, cheaper figures.
Yeah,
or
start with
models,
some
some
deluxes.
models. Get some you can get like a $5 snap tight model kit and just prime it and just start working on your technique, because there's certain things like highlighting, light sourcing, shadowing, inking, washing that like it takes time to build those skills if you don't have them.
Yeah.
And the last thing you want to do is jump in with both feet on a masterpiece.
Just go buy some AOE toys that so you can get them off the shelves.
Yeah, and if you mess it up, you can even just like put it back
so
in
you
the
can help us
package.
get some more stuff.
Hasbro might send you a free MP Acid Storm if you get some of those fucking AOE figures off the shelf.
I'm telling you, mess it up, and you can just return it right to Walmart. They'll have no idea. So
they will take a fucking basketball for Primus.
I dipped this whole thing in acetone, and it ate the plastic, so it doesn't look like a transformer anymore. Like, we'll take it back.
Yeah.
And we'll put it back on the shelf too.
Lastly, there's a question just for Deluxe, and we're going to allow just Deluxe to respond. And this is from James. James is a friend of the show from day one. He's been a big supporter of the show from day one, and he has my gratitude to the end of time. But I think he was a little emotional when he wrote this. He was a little upset. And the question is, and now Deluxe, we talked to Deluxe before the show. We didn't want Deluxe to get upset. He
hurt my soul. I'm just saying.
Right. We don't want him to take it personal. So, with that being said, I'm going to read this verbatim. This is for Deluxe. What the fuck? How do you like this movie? How do you live with yourself having to make excuses for why the product isn't shitty? I used to be a Hail Hasbro guy. I think the Generations line were the best toys to come out ever. I get it. Every time you talk about a new purchase, you have to start out by saying it's not that bad or it's better than I thought. It hurts my soul, and in turn you hurt Deluxe soul. So you guys are even. They should just do MP versions of all the different universes for collectors and pump out shit toys for kids who don't even want them. They want video games. So to answer Hasbro pushes out the dark spark. Here we go again. What the fuck?
All right. Well, you said it yourself. These were made for kids, and nobody makes you go get these. I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there. You don't have to buy them. But I like Transformers. I'm kind of like Xavier, if you listen to GMC. He's a kind of completist. I am too. I like to kind of think I am sometimes, but I don't get everything that he wants. But I like, Transformers. I have some of my, the worst figures that you could ever be, thought of. I still like to play around with them. There's the engineering, and everything. I know I make excuses a lot for everything, but I've come along, and I wasn't really a big third party guy until I met these guys, and now I've got into third party, and I do see the wonderful, the greatness of what they do, and I accept, and I'm proud to buy, pay so much money for that stuff. But I don't feel so bad when I'm paying $10 to $15 for a deluxe. That it's just it's pretty good to me. It may not be good for anybody else. That's fine. And I just joke around with the guys all the time. I say fuck you. It's all this stuff. But I try not to make excuses for them all the time, which I do anyways. It comes out like that. But I don't mean to. But it's just I'm a Transformer fan, and I take everything. I don't take everything so seriously like Bobby does. He nitpicks a little bit once in a while, which that's him. That's fine, and I love watching his reviews and everything. But I just don't nitpick everything. I love Transfer. Like I said, if you see my collection, I have tons and tons of just different stuff. So, but I do like the question. I didn't take it personal. I never have. And I just Hail Hasbro. That's all I can say.
And I want to say this too, that the reason why we knew we needed Deluxe on the show was to cause the listener hurt and anguish like James obviously felt here, and hopefully, reach out to the listeners that are like, thank God Deluxe is on this show, that expresses how to fuck, because we don't usually come across that way, and we wanted people to both, we wanted people to both love and hate him. So I think it's working well. It's working extremely well.
No, I don't take it personal or anything. It was a good question. Like I said, I say what the fuck sometimes too. But I just like Transformers, man. I just like,
Well, I think it's your prerogative to like what you want. I kind of found that question to be a tad bit on the offensive level.
Well, I don't think he meant it that way. I think that it came across, because it's part of like the show, right? Like, we give fucking Deluxe a hard time, And
I take it.
Invite that sort of.
Shout out to.
But see, the thing is that.
To me, like the thing is, to me, like that whole like angry collector, angry reviewer, that whole shit's phased out with me. Like, it's just, I'm over. I understand we get angry about it. I get angry about it too, but don't try to make it your shtick. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you, but I think that, like, as a like these toys, we're gonna have a discussion next week.
Who's dragging a dead body?
Oh wow.
We're gonna have a discussion next week.
That was funny.
This AOE toys are failing. Physically.
Is Greg back on?
Yeah, Greg's back on. That's him dragging a body.
Oh.
Hey, that's not a very funny remark to make right now, actually.
Is your dog
it was a little scare.
Is everybody okay?
Yeah, for right now, yeah.
Cool. But like,
are we? Have we got to the make fun of Deluxe question yet?
Yeah.
That was the reason I came back.
What I wanted to say about it was just that, like, it is frustrating where it's like, I do think that he's right in the sense where they're making these throwaway figures for throwaway fans. Like like Deluxe said, toys for children. But a lot of these children don't seem to be in it for the long haul, and the money could be made on the collector side, and the third party game could be slaughtered. The Hasbro has the power. It's up to them. It's the choices that they're making. If they were flooding the market with this shit, the same people that are buying and keeping these third party companies in business would be keeping Hasbro in business.
But you said that, like I think Justin's mentioned everything. It's it's a different time. Video games, like y'all mentioned, have taken over. Your smartphones. I mean, god dang, I see every little kid, 5-year-old little kids having smartphones. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. It's just all the, it's a different, toy. You can just see that the toy section, Jesus Christ, you got maybe three aisles now left. I remember when fucking the toy section was huge. It's just not, it's a different time. And like I said, they have made bad decisions for this movie, and hopefully they'll learn. I'm not gonna say they are. It's fucking Hasbro. They can do whatever the fuck they want. But, it's a different time. Toys are not selling like they used to.
Very true.
I want to
we're going to talk more about that in depth next week. But I think
in the end, the best thing you could say is if you don't like what they're making, then just don't buy it. That's all
we have the power.
You have the means. The means are at your disposal. It's no longer like 10 years ago when you didn't have YouTube videos up about people reviewing figures. You had to go through the unfortunate trial and error process. So you have the tools at your disposal. So when I sit there and I hear people make the statements of that's going to be a pile of fucking dog shit, and and it's like, well, have you seen a review? Do you own it already? Well, I don't really think you should be making a call like that. But sadly, when it comes to Hasbro products, 9 times out of 10, it's kind of been that way. So,
yeah. So I mean, but that it's people. It's just like when we see whatever KFC stuff. We play off of our past experiences, and a lot of those Hasbro stuff has gone that way. A lot of KFC stuff. When we see stuff, we're like, But then every now and then, when you take a gamble on something, you get a Citizen Stack. So sometimes
or Tempest.
Well, we'll see.
Go Oscar.
We'll see. I'm waiting for Oscar. I'm waiting for. I don't trust these. Look, these big name reviewers. And I watch some of them, and that's cool. They're awesome. But I don't trust fucking one of them because all of them got their fucking pockets being filled by somebody, or somebody's helping them out. And the last thing they're going to do is shit on something that somebody. You never bite the hand that feeds you, right? I do just fine on my own, and so I'm more into people that aren't sponsored by other people. Because then I feel like their reviews are a little bit more...
Telling the truth. They're chilling from their own...
Exactly.
Stuff.
Exactly. A little bit more unbiased. So,
Before
which is why
go,
I think we all, on the show really respected the stuff that Justin did, because Justin does really in-depth stuff, and he doesn't have the backing.
I just want to add, PR, if you still want to sponsor us, we would gladly to take you up on that. We'll take your down.
P.I. was my favorite of like the big names.
Mine
he's
too.
the only one. Actually, I think he's the only one I'm subscribed to. Like the only like big name that I'm subscribed to. So anyway,
wait.
Shout outs to Dub K for all of your third party and Hasbro needs, and I Am Ratchet, who shows us a ton of love every week. Morgan, shout out to him for all your G1 needs. So the guy knows
sexy bastard, man, you.
Hey.
And I love just recently. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I'm just going to say generally, I love when he gets on and people don't necessarily know what the fuck they're talking about, and he gets into a thread and shuts them all the way the fuck down. It's a big turn on for me. And lastly, Oscar put it out there to start sending World your questions. We got a fucking overwhelming response on the first day, so thank you very much for that. And I think Oscar's got enough to break that down to at least 3 episodes.
Hey,
so that's gonna.
Before we go,
busy.
I need one more shout out.
Sure.
Yeah, I realized I was trying to say it. My mic was muted and I didn't realize it. But shout out to Deluxe himself for being so cool and taking all the criticism and everything.
Absolutely.
Like a complete champ,
Absolutely.
Can I give a few shout outs too?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't shout out any fucking barbers or anything.
Or fans. Shut up.
Hashtag tolerance.
Shaniqua.
No. Go ahead, Antoine. Go for it.
Just do it. Shout out to TJ Duckett for letting me use the pictures.
Yep.
Shout out to Ryan Sheehy. He was the co-host of third party panel at TFcon. And shout out to Fanformers. What's going on, people?
Also, shout out to third party crashers on Facebook. It's a very cool page. If you're not on that page, I highly suggest you get with it. And they're big supporters of the show. They show us a ton of fucking love.
Really?
So
I want to give a shout out to that. He's a good guy. Can I give a non-podcast related shout out? Just because there's this girl from the group, Lauren, who's took on the overwhelming task of cleaning up the feedback in the Cybertron Cafe, like thousands of comments. And, I just wanted to give a shout out here. If anyone noticed your feedback's added to the doc, because I know there's a lot of people from the cafe that listen. You noticed that maybe someone was liking all your comments for a reason. Well, yeah. If she did in a day, would have taken us like a year to make excuses not to do. So
nice.
Oh, right. She's a fellow Floridian. Giggity.
So with that, Oscar, go ahead and take us out of here.
So as always, be sure to check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/ShatterCast Uncut, as well as Twitter under the same name, and our Blogspot account as well. That's run by our very own lovable, huggable internet troll, Greg for Mercy, at blogspot.shattercast.com.
Oh, hey,
so
I made a post this week, by the way.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you just made an entry into it recently. Be sure to check it out. So as always, be sure to look at one another, hug each other, and take care of yourselves and each other.
And wear mittens.
You've been shattered.